window above in my room, I saw two dudes trying to carjack a van, and I stared at them, and then they saw me and then ran away. And I was like, "Get out of here!"
Bro, that reminds
Did you
me
just
of,
like stand backlit in the window, or you just like, did you have anything? What are you doing?
No,
friend of
I didn't.
mine-
I didn't know what was going on, to be fair. I was laying on my bed that faces the window, and I could see people park sometimes on our street, and some dude was crossing the street, and I was people watching, and people don't ever look up. People do not look up, okay, when they're walking on the street. So no, I've never made eye contact with anyone. This man and I made eye contact immediately. And he like stared at me, and I was staring back at him. And then he walked over to behind the van, and then the van jiggled, and this man started yelling at some other person, and then he just beeline down the street, and then some other dude came out from behind the van, also directly made eye contact with me, and then like pulled up his little jacket and like beelined away the other direction. And I was like, that's weird. And then later, I heard the van, okay, because the van alarm went off as well. And then I was like, that's weird. And then later, I was doing something else, and I heard the van alarm again, and I was like, oh, no, not again. And so I went to the window, and it was a different group of people. It was some kids, some like preteens, and some older dude. And the older dude, the little kids make eye contact with me. Why are people looking up? Mind your own business. Anyway, the little kids look up at me and they start pointing at me. And then the man looks up at me and says something to me. And I'm like, excuse me, I didn't hear you. And he said, did someone try to get in this van? And I was like, actually, yes, they did. You're welcome.
How dare all
and
those
then-
people look up at you while you're watching them?
You
Well,
gotta
they're like
my
the
own
second
bedroom.
group-
That
The
is
second group,
that's
they were also looters. So they were like, oh shit, somebody already hit this spot.
Raph,
Yeah.
what's
somebody
in the
already
van?
hit it.
Did you find out what was in the van?
The guy was like, oh, thanks, all my tools are back there. But it was more like,
Oh.
oh, thanks, all my tools are back here. And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah.
That does
And
remind
then
me
so
of
that
a
was
friend
cool.
of mine. They live in like a really nice neighborhood. Like they got married. They're like very traditional, like American couple. They're like got married. They moved into like the suburb. They got a dog, and in their house, like right across the street, there's like a little park. And the wife kept seeing people like in the park, like this dude meeting up with, other people, like one other dude at a time. And it wasn't the same guy every time. So they were like, I think that guy's like selling drugs. And we're like pretty sure he was just selling like weed or something. But she was like, I'm not about that shit, because her husband works the night shift. So she's like pretty much alone at night. So they got this like German Shepherd, this big ass German Shepherd that's like at this point like 1 year old. And so she watches a lot of like crime TV too, like to the point where they had to like, she was like sleeping with a gun under her pillow, and her husband was like,
Jesus
we
Christ.
need to stop watching
That's
true
not what you
crime."
put under a pillow.
But
That's
anyway,
not what you put under a pillow.
Anyway, she
No.
goes and she's like, that's enough of that. So she goes to the front door, opens the door, and they have the dog with like not a very scary looking dog, very nice dog, but they have them on like a chain. And she just like in her like moo nightie, she opens the door, hair and like rollers, and dog on the leash. She was like speak, and he's like "Roo, roo, 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 roo." And they like look over, and she's like, hey, get out of here. And she never saw them again.
Except it was more like, oi, get out of here.
Oi, bro, get out of here, idiot.
Oi! You wanker!
That's good.
Thank you.
That's very good.
Doesn't
You're
seem
basically
like
a
a
getting so much
hero.
better,
though.
Raph. The practice is really showing.
Mm-hmm.
Helps that Summer's here to like physically.
All right, there. That's enough of that. Welcome to Live from the Apocalypse. We are a live stream TTRPG. We're non-for-profit. We love to accept your donations, but please keep in mind that you do not need to donate, and Well, we've kind of hidden the Amazon subscribe button. We don't really want the bucks from Bezos because he's kind of a dickhead. But if you would like, you can go out of your way to find that button and give us those Bezos bucks. We are currently working with, I can't remember the charity that we're working with. Is it
Doctors Without Borders.
Well, yeah, I couldn't remember if we were still Doctors Without Borders. We're currently
Yeah.
working with Doctors Without Borders, a wonderful organization who are helping people all over the world. So please, 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 if you do have the means to do so, donate, but you're not expected to do so whatsoever. Today we're going to be playing Class Reunion, a game that we've been playing for around 2 years now. We didn't originally know that it was in this genre, but it's kind of like an isekai. So we 5 people? Yep. 5 teenagers from Ohio ended up falling through a portal and are now living in the wonderful world of Anoon. Now, in Anoon, there are lots of things that we need to catch you up on that our DM Will is going to do so at the beginning of the game. But we should go ahead and just start by introducing each other, right? So if you haven't played the game, first one we're going to start out with is JD. Go ahead and start it off.
Wow.
Wasn't that bad, right? Wasn't too bad.
No, you
That was
nailed it.
incredible.
Pretty great.
You nailed it.
Absolutely.
I'm
Hi.
like really caffeinated right now too, so I'm like,
I'm a little afraid. Like, Corey, this is a little frightening. I don't know what's going to happen today with you in this state. All good things, I'm sure.
North Carolina.
Come on.
Don't dox.
It's a big state. And maybe I was lying.
Oh, I thought we were going. I thought we were going Petey Pablo. I was looking for a shirt.
I mean, I don't really have an introduction. Hi, I'm JD. Usually I play Hunter, but not currently, because Max has Hunter's body. So, who am I playing? I don't know. Find out in RP.
Extremely true. Corey, who's next?
all right, thank you, JD. Next person we're gonna hop down to is Mr. Max Miller, played by our wonderful friend Roth. Roth, tell us a little bit about Max Miller, and if you'd like, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Of course, yeah. Hello. Fuck. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Ross. I play Max Miller. Usually 8'8", big beef lad Jones. But today, if you don't know what's going on, beef lad is now twink lad. So I am in asparagus lad, I think was the actual reference there that I was looking for. I am currently, Max is currently in Hunter's body. We'll see how the fuck that goes. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think that's it. Back to you, Corey.
Alrighty-o, from beef lad to twink lad to asparagus. I'm very excited to see where we go with that tonight. Hey, I don't know, you don't know. It's going to be an interesting game. Next up that we're jumping to from one beef lad to another. Julia, do you want to go ahead and introduce Kelly Violet?
Sure, absolutely. Hi, I'm Julia. I'm the local Delaware cryptid. I'm playing Kelly Violet. She is the local cleric rogue hybrid, and today she's gotta establish dominance so that she can call a bird. So that's what she's doing today. She's gotta focus all her energy on surviving, basically fighting a mayor, fighting a mayor, essentially. I have to fight the mayor in the streets. Wouldn't that be nice, though?
Everybody fight your elected officials.
You know, one of them does walk around in my neighborhood as like a walking path. I could fight him.
I mean, you know who else you could fight?
He's a little harder to get to.
That's fair. I
I
have
could
faith
walk
in
to
you.
his house. I could walk to his house, but he's a little harder to get to.
I have
You're
faith
talking
in
about
you.
Joe Biden?
Yeah. Plus, the dog that bites people is there. That's where he had to go.
Commander. He was, they were like, this is a bad dog, so they gave him the ultimate punishment.
He only bought.
Sent him to Delaware.
He only. First off, he was born there. Second off, he only bit Secret Service members. So some people think that dog knows something that other
Mhm.
people don't.
Yeah.
A dog of
And-
the people, you can say.
So
All right. Thank you, Julia, for introducing Kelly Violet. Next up is me, Corey. I'm going to be playing Wayne Hovicek tonight, the greatest Gritsky player that has ever played the game, that retired but may have to get back on the ice. We're going to have to find out. Wayne is a paladin. Really, he gains his power through the positive energy in himself and from his friends. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is, I'm kind of losing myself here. I think I would have done better with my own character than introducing everyone else. But we're going to go ahead and go back to me, Corey. All right, next person we're going to go ahead and introduce is our wonderful DM. DM, who do you play?
Hi, my name is Will. I play everyone else, everyone that's not these characters. And I do other stuff here on the channel, but that's mostly tonight. I'm just going to be playing everybody else. That's it for me. Back to you, Corey.
Alrighty-o. Now, we've had a special guest for a little while. That doesn't make him any less special. I'm going to go ahead and have Q do me a favor and introduce Kira, the one member of the group that is not from Ohio.
Yes, the only non-isekai. Hi, I'm Q. I'm playing Kira, who is a Tua, someone native to Anun. He is an astral self monk. He's just here, or was just here, to help get his friend back, and now he's in for quite a bit more, apparently.
So true.
Alrighty, so now we know the characters. Let's go ahead and hop into the story. Will, why don't we all just go ahead, close our eyes, and you just take us away.
Yeah, we could do that. Real quick, I got to do this, though. I was waiting.
You are a sick son of a.
Gonna kill that dog.
Oh my God, you're a sick. He's the bad guy. You.
All the bad guys.
this is why you should not subscribe. This is why you should donate to charity instead.
29 dogs, baby. Yeah, we can get into it. We can get into it for sure. Where we are going to begin tonight's session is in the familiar
You
town.
Are a
Oh,
sick son of
never mind.
Gonna kill that dog.
Oh my God, you're a sick.
Thank you,
He's the
Pookius,
bad
and thank you,
guy.
Willis Scream. I missed that
All
one
the
there.
bad
We'll go ahead and
guys.
call you both out. Hopefully, I'll be calling out a couple more people tonight.
But not for subscribing, for donating. Don't subscribe.
Don't subscribe.
We are at $1,000.69. Sorry, no, we are at $1,069 raised for Dr. Without Borders. So if you are going to donate, just make sure you donate in enough increments to keep the funny numbers. Please and thank you. I will also note that you could donate enough money to get us to 1,420 on this, the auspicious day, our most treasured national holiday.
Or you could also go ahead and donate enough to get us 6,969, depending on where you're at. Or $60,429? 64209? Whatever that is, you can get us there.
You
Go
could
ahead
do
and
that.
just link your bank account, and we'll just take whatever we think is right. Send it to Will. Will, go ahead and throw out your information in chat, and they'll just go ahead and send the bank account info to you personally. Don't worry, he's trustworthy. He plays
I'll do
everybody. All right. I'll close my eyes, Will. Take me away, please.
I would love nothing more. Where we are going to begin is in the city, of Stormhold. while the town, Jesus Christ, while the city is still just as bustling and populous as it always has been on other times that you've been here, there is something different about the mood during this particular visit. Things seem somewhat darker. Spirits seem lower. People seem to be on edge. And that's something that you've all taken note of. A lot has obviously changed and gone on for you in the past couple of days, but finally, after quite a long break, you are finally on the verge of being reunited with one another. Nearly your entire group. Kelly, you have some business to attend to, but I want to ask, where are you going after Lord Corvid Blackwing departs from outside of your apartment?
Well, I've got my letters, which I was going to use to call Tempest, but now I can't do that until after. So I'm going to go meet up with everyone at the Rough and Tumble because that's what I told them I would do. Those the order of operations. I'm going to go get my letters. I'm going to meet you at the bar, and then we're going to go and summon Tempest. Or try to summon Tempest. I just have to tell them that there's now another little task in the middle of leaving the bar and summoning Tempest. Just a little thing I gotta drop.
Just a little thing
in between.
It's a little detour.
Popped up.
Just a little detour. It's
just
fine.
a little detour. The smallest detour that we've taken on our trip with detours. the slightest of detours since we've ever detoured. So it should be fine. We don't even have to leave the city to do this detour. So it should be perfectly fine. So I'm gonna just lock up my apartment and make my way downtown.
Yeah.
Walking fast.
At a swift pace, or
yeah, she's not running. She doesn't want to attract
no, I
an
understand.
excessive amount of attention, but she is,
From the faces passing.
Speed walking.
Yep. Understood.
Yeah, she got stuff. She got to get there. She got to get there to talk.
Absolutely. And the Rough and Tumble is a very short walk away. You don't draw undue attention to yourself, although you can see that there is some buzzing taking place in the crowd. They've been fairly quiet, almost sullen since you've gotten here back to Stormhold. But now you can see some activity and some buzz being generated as it looks like people are starting to prepare the Thunderdome. People, the residents of Stormhold, are more than capable of recognizing when a fight is about to take place, a duel is about to take place in the Thunderdome. But you pass that and you keep going and you spot the Rough and Tumble and make a beeline for it. Which is where we find Kira and Max Miller, kind of, and Wayne Overcheck. You all were just hanging out, basically, if I recall correctly.
We were about to jump Lindsay Ardane, I'm pretty sure. We were told where he was staying that night, and the plan was to go to his room and honestly beat him up.
Definitely your plan. I suggested that maybe we don't do that. I feel
we all remember everybody being on board with that.
Yeah,
I think everyone.
As far as I know, from our experience with Lindsay, this is just what you do, right? This is like a hello. Hello, hey, how are you? Give me your lunch money, bitch. Unless we want to wait for Kelly. I know Kelly really likes to do so.
Kelly is really good at beating up Lindsay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
It's
well,
like almost like a passion.
then we definitely wouldn't want to have her miss out on that. So we should definitely wait.
And almost as if Kelly could hear you,
Hopefully
very
not.
short moment after that, you see Kelly Violet appear in the doorway to the Rough and Tumble. Kelly, you spot your companions. And I assume you start heading over to them, which I think
Yes.
is the same moment that you see somebody who looks familiar to you descending the stairs.
Lindsay Ardain.
Is it motherfucking Lindsay Ardain?
JD,
Is JD playing Lindsay Ardain?
would you like to describe Lindsay Ardain?
Hilarious.
I know.
Honestly, so funny.
And so I think it actually takes, I don't think it takes Kelly a moment to recognize him, because she knows how Lindsay moves, but he is in a hooded cloak, a black one with rainbow colored threads going throughout. And he is descending with grace and poise. But the moment he sees Kelly, he shoves the hood back from his face. And you see, and you can retcon this because I can't quite remember how we've described Lindsay before. But you see a man in his mid-20s. His hair is about cheekbone length, dark and curly. His eyes are a bright blue, and last time you saw him, he was not in a good spot. He looks so much happier, and the sight of you in particular has just made his day.
Oh, Lindsay.
Max, would you look at that? It came right to us.
Max
Don't
standing
go.
up.
I think Max and I both grabbed him by the arm and like lifted him up in the air. Unless we don't want to do that.
Well,
Kelly?
what are you doing?
Kelly, get him. This is on you. We waited for you to get here. He looks like he's got
Ready when
money
you
now.
are.
He looks like he charged up.
I did try to tell them that we probably didn't need to do this.
I mean, we don't need to do this way.
No, we don't. We don't. Please put Lindsay down. Please put Lindsay down. We don't have time to make a scene.
I'll just
Okay.
give her the money.
I think part of the fun was taking it, but I mean that's obviously that's
I
Kelly's
mean, part of
whole
the
thing.
fun.
Put him
Part
on
of the fun is
ground.
usually scaring him off his horse. But
But I don't have a horse right now.
Let's find you a horse.
We could get a horse, yeah.
we hey
We
guys.
have other things to do. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
we have a thing that we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Focus.
Kira's
Focus
right,
up.
but we do have. But before we do that thing, we also have to. I have to do another thing. Before we do that thing,
Oh, do you
Find a
need help,
horse.
Kelly?
I'm actually not allowed to have like direct help in this.
What does that mean? What's
So, you remember how I got the letters so that I could summon Tempest?
No.
Yes. Hunter.
Classic
Hunter's
Munter.
reputation.
Okay. Just real quick, just take Munter by the face. Hey,
Oh, that's new.
hey, you're Hunter. I need you to keep it together. Focus up, okay?
Mhm.
Okay, great. Okay, sorry. Quick aside, Will, has the sort of energy shifted, like the energy shift, has that sort of meandered its way into the rough and tumble yet?
an interesting question. I'll say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll say yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's just there's just a look around as Kelly is sort of kind of getting to it. Who are you fighting?
So I kind of maybe because my relationship with Tempest was very unplanned. I forgot about like one of the tiny little Lord Blackwing.
Wait, no.
You're
No, okay, I'm so
fighting
sorry. You're fighting Lord Blackwing.
Kelly.
Yourself.
That's fucking rad.
Dude, that's badass.
Let's fucking
badass,
go.
Yes, Lindsay, by myself. I have to. It's a Thunderdome. It's one of the Thunderdome things. So I have to do it by myself.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of maybe sort of forgot that the stewardship of the entire city is linked to who can and is allowed to summon Tempest. I kind of forgot, and then I kind of told Lord Blackwing what we were doing because we've been having an okay rapport ever since the council thing. So I forgot. So now I have to go fight Lord Blackwing before we can go.
So that you can now run this town.
I'm in theory. I don't have time to even if I win, which I don't know if I'm going to win.
Where-
I don't
Oh,
have
you're
time to
gonna
run the
win.
town.
You're gonna be queen?
You'll
No.
be perfect.
You're gonna be king?
It would be lady.
King?
It would be lady, not king. Not it would be lady.
Okay,
and
you're gonna
I
be lady then. All right, cool.
Oh, Lady
Miss
Kelly Violet
Lady
has a good
Kelly.
ring.
Miss Kelly Violet, the lady.
Lindsay, this has nothing to do with you.
I'm here.
Is this
He's part of the
before or after
gang.
we mug Lindsay?
Okay, so we're going to. Sorry, you're going to fight Lord Blackwing.
Can we fight Lord Blackwing too?
not about this and not right now. Thunderdome is a 1-to-1 combat situation.
Does it have to be a fight?
Yes, it's kind of it's a dome.
Well, I didn't know if you could like challenge him. If
He
he's
technically-
challenging you, can you pick the game?
You could play chess.
You could play chess.
Hide and
I
seek.
could not play chess.
You could play hide and seek.
Hide and seek.
I could win hide and seek. I don't know, because here's the thing. I think he gets to decide because I technically challenged him because I'm the one who admitted it.
Oh,
Mm.
that's fair.
Are we allowed to help you? Not that you need it.
What do you mean? You can't come with me. I mean, you can come with me to watch, but you can't like get in there.
Magic.
I could give
I'd
you some
imagine.
extra juice.
Will, would that be a history roll to know if that would be like
Illegal.
If
Yeah.
that would be fine. I mean, yeah, you can make a history roll.
because I think it's like it's one thing if you do it to yourself. I don't know what the
I mean, I could help him too if you want me to make it fair.
Oh yeah,
Would
that'd be
you?
good.
Then what
Fair
would be
is-
the point of that?
it's
Mm.
only an 11.
I could give
okay.
Kelly something better.
I could cast aid on Kelly, make you a little bit tougher.
I mean, how much do you care about that information? We do have 3 advantage, I will point out.
Can you not ask? Is it
think-
illegal to ask about the rules?
The
Yeah.
buffs count.
I mean, it's not illegal, but it might be gauche.
Yeah,
wanna
I'll
borrow
spend
my
a.
jersey?
I'll spend a.
It might
I'll
be
spend-
gouchy.
Ouch.
It might be one of those things that undermines my authority later if I win.
Not if you're queen.
I would not be queen.
Not gonna be.
I will.
You're gonna be Queen Lady, Max.
Do you
Sorry.
know? Do you know what the only thing? Do you know what this is going to do if I win? Do you know who this is going to drive absolutely up the wall? Lindsay's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Ow! Ow!
Mm.
Lindsay, how is your dad?
Lindsay's dad? Who is his dad?
I would imagine I haven't heard from my dad in a very long time.
Makes sense.
With the advantage, it's a 19.
Oh, you did spend the okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
You spent the advantage. Let me mark that down. Okay, 19. Fantastic. Yeah, I think you know that. So your question was specifically you were wondering about. Remind me, what was it?
So I know it's not
buff,
frowned upon.
right?
Yeah, it's not frowned
Mhm.
upon. Like I know it would be frowned upon if they like directly like used magic against him on my behalf, but like
Mhm.
would buffs before or during the fight be like frowned upon?
So yeah, interesting question. I would say
Yeah, Jake,
That's
fucking grip it, baby. Slop that down, dude. Yeah, dude. Crack one for the big boy.
Thank
Hey,
you.
thank you for the donation. Now I have to put that advantage back. It's fine.
Yes,
But thank you so much.
86 the
very
fucking
good.
dude.
86, that fucking bird. Very good. If you're watching this on YouTube, that joke is funny because our donation goal is at 1,086 after that donation.
If you are watching us on YouTube, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
Smash that
Ring
bell,
that bell,
dog.
ring that bell.
Smash that
Get
fucking bell.
comments.
So you would know that with a 19 you would know that there's nothing preventing you from doing any of that. It's non-specific. Essentially it's very much like a everything goes unless explicitly stated otherwise.
Mhm.
And in this case that is not the case. But also with a 19, and it's up to you how Kelly would have obtained this information, but there's a lot of intricacies, that's the word, here in Thunderdome culture, like Stormhold law as it stands. The Thunderdome situation is a very complex thing, but most of it is forgotten. Most people don't know like the nuances of it. A lot of it is considered archaic and old, and even though it technically exists, people never really invoke it. Because it generally just kind of comes down to one person fights another person over a dispute, and whoever wins is the one that is correct. But I think, I think you would know, and it's up to you if you do anything with this information, that there is a particular clause for a specific circumstance, which is sort of the Stormhold equivalent for a call, like a vote of no confidence in the sitting lord, wherein multiple challengers can face one person under the very specific circumstances that what you are trying to do is force the sitting lord to abdicate. Essentially, it's kind of like a miniature revolution played out in the Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
Yeah. So that is something you could try to invoke if you want to. Now, what the implications of that would be, as far as who becomes the new lord, that I don't think you're sure of. But I do think you know that this like clause exists.
I think Kelly will bring it up, but she's a little bit hesitant just because like it feels wrong because Lord Blackwing has done so much for this city and he has stood kind of like against all of the rest of he's made this place for these people, and he's stood against, you know, Calderon and the council and a lot of the shit that they give the city. And like, it's one of those things where it's like, but I do have confidence in him.
Well, I mean, you could explore the law. You might need to ask somebody who's maybe a little more familiar with like society. Maybe someone who might have some reason to know about like intricacies
Don't you
of
dare.
political machines.
Hey, Lindsay, sit down real quick.
Of course, gold now or later.
We'll get to that.
Now.
Oh.
Sure.
He throws over a pouch of gold to Munter.
You just
Munter goes to high five Wayne. Not.
Wayne high fives a little bit too hard because he's used to high fiving.
Yes. It hurts because of the silver hand, and it also hurts extra because that's Hunter's hand.
No, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Kira, I can explain this later.
no, they explained it's just silly. It's just silly. It's fine.
No, it's how I show her that I respect her.
Sure.
As your future queen.
Exactly.
Milady.
Oh, God. Okay. Lindsay? Lindsay, what do you know about the vote of no confidence?
I think it is specifically called the will of the people clause.
Okay. And Will, would you like me to roll history on that?
I think so, yes.
That is a 26.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so you are actually, this is something that you were probably forced to study. Kilfell, where your family lives, is technically it is part of the Highland Hills, which means that you technically also fall under the jurisdiction of Lord Corvid Blackwing. So even though the Thunderdome is pretty specific to Stormhold, you definitely had to familiarize yourself and study with this. So I think you know that the way that the will of the people clause works. I think you first off know that it has not been invoked in probably more than 100 years. Certainly not in the memory of anyone alive, and even back then probably it did not succeed. But basically, the way that it works is the people who become involved, they have to all agree on who is going to replace the new lord, which is kind of built in to stop the group of people facing the lord from being too large, because everybody has to agree, yes, this is who we are putting forth. And then they enter the Thunderdome. They face the Lord. If they win, the new person is placed on the throne. Not the throne, but you know what I mean. And that also presupposes that the Thunderbird accepts them. It has happened in the past where this has happened, and somebody attempted to call the Thunderbird, and either the Thunderbird didn't show up, or the Thunderbird did show up and then basically killed them. The risk inherent in that, and one of the reasons why people haven't done this in a very long time, is quite simply that then the seat of power sits empty for an extended period of time, and that's not great for anyone.
One question.
Mm-hmm.
Can the person who has therefore been challenged also bring added bodies into the fight? Or is it just the group that opposes them who they are fending off?
Just the group that opposes them. Yeah.
And so
It's a
I
dangerous
think,
job being the Lord of Stormhold. You gotta be prepared to hold your own.
and
There's
so
also
I think
Yeah.
Lindsay's just going to info dump like all of that at you, barely taking any breath, giving you all of that information. And then at the end, like noting that piece of it being important that the leader is here and that there is a leader, just say, and so of course, you would be sitting in that chair and I would get to see more of you and give you more gold.
Right. See, that does lead me to my concern. We need somebody to sit in my place. If this succeeds. Yes. What did you call him, Kira? Munter?
Munter.
Munter. Yes, Munter.
Munter.
You're not allowed, Lindsay. But
I'm sorry.
what about Rodney?
You want to put Rodney to sit in the chair?
I mean, temporarily, he could warm it up for you.
What if you abdicate the throne? Like, what if you take the throne with force, and then we get what we want, and then give it back to Lord Blackwing?
See,
I
that's
don't know
what
if
I was.
he would feel, good about that. It might make him feel,
See, if we
weak.
do that, which I think would be the best option, considering that we have to leave the city once we do this. The thing is, I would not be able to put him through a will of the people and then turn around and ask him to sit in my stead while we leave.
I will just say that I feel like I do not want to fight in that group. I think it's not cool, and if you guys want to do that, that's totally fine. But I think it's kind of a 1v1
Yeah,
if we're being respectful.
it would just feel wrong, and additionally, this has not been invoked in a very long time. If we invoke it now, there is nothing to stop other people from remembering that it exists and invoking it on me. And
Or Rodney.
Yes. Yes, Munter, or Rodney. I can... If you are willing, I can take your help before I get in that ring. But I think I have to get in there alone. It would not be right to do it any other way. Especially since I'm really not here to take his job. I just need to talk to the bird.
Does it count if we do something to him before the fight?
I would leave him alone.
I
I feel like that's cowardly.
Yeah, this is you have to understand. You have to understand, Max. You can get away with a lot in this city, but this is sacred.
I thought their name was Munter.
It is Munter, but when I need
Why
them to...
are you still here?
But when I need them to... when I need him to really listen to me, I have to call him Max.
Okay. I agree with Wayne, though. I think this is your fight.
Yeah. I'm sure somewhere Marius is just cackling to himself and he doesn't know why. Okay.
Karen, do you have something you want to say?
So many things. I think he's just kind of sitting back, just like, Lindsay, nice to meet you. I'm Kira.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lindsay.
Yes, very nice. Done. He's just to drink his beer. Just shut the fuck up for a little bit.
So when does this fight happen?
Oh, as soon as I go out there.
Oh,
People are
Cool.
I think
Oh, yeah.
as I think just Kelly gestures and you can see the bar is getting pretty empty,
so
if
you-
not
you
it
couldn't
is
feel it?
empty.
Right. Couldn't feel it. That's why I asked her who she's fighting. You can tell.
This
I mean, shit. I knew what was going on.
The whole time. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. You were just waiting for us to catch up.
Hmm.
Okay, sure.
Hmm.
All right.
Kelly, do you
well,
want to borrow my jersey?
I mean,
the one you're wearing.
or the Hydras. We have a Hydras. I've got an extra Hydra jersey.
Yeah, but I didn't play on your team.
No, but
You won the championship with our team.
it's true.
I'm so
Actually, I
sorry
guess that's
that
a
I missed
question.
that.
I was gonna say
Mm.
your
Thoroughly
dad was
fine.
there, and it was fine. You missed a riot, which probably would not have been good for you.
No, probably
honest.
not.
I guess that is a question. I probably still have the jersey from when I had to play in the game.
You could be.
So
I
I would
think
I would be lending you my jersey to possibly increase your AC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I don't know that y'all had jerseys in that game. Like the jerseys aren't a requirement of Gritsky. You might have just like gone out there and played the game.
We totally had jerseys.
Okay.
150%.
All right.
Like
all right.
maybe the other teams that we played against were like,
I
not
was
with
gonna say, Wayne,
jerseys. We
Wayne
did.
takes this seriously.
Very
No, for sure. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
that's true.
I get it. He probably would have either been wearing Kira's jersey or Kaj's jersey or Torrin's jersey, all of which probably would have been comically large on Kelly,
Yeah,
as
probably.
as established by the Mr. 225 hockey jersey, which on paper should fit me, and yet
On paper, it was a great idea.
hockey jerseys are very large.
Yeah, well, we know that for the
In
future.
practice, it
It's
was
fine.
also great.
It was.
It's
Yeah,
really
I've
good.
never felt so small.
But yes,
Incredible.
Kelly, if Wayne is offering, Kelly will accept to wear the jersey for the extra.
So that's 8. So it gives you 18 AC, and then I think Wayne will also. He's like, and we always had some extra juice before the game to get us going, and he like Bugs Bunny from Space Jam, like brings out like a water bottle and it's like turns around, like shakes everything up, and he's like, open up, and he's ready to like blast it into your mouth.
Wayne's
From, like, across
secret
the room.
stuff.
The
Only
secret stuff, the secret sauce.
only because we are currently in a bar.
Wayne gives you 10 extra HP with aid.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
And he also, like anybody else, it's like ready to burst across the room. Whoever wants it. I don't know how many people can get it. I feel like everybody here can get 10 extra HP.
I believe it's 3 people. So
Mm.
everyone but Lindsay.
But Lindsay, yeah. No, that's fine.
Well, if
I mean,
up that shit, I
maybe-
can do it to more people.
Maybe Wayne wants to give the hit points to Lindsay instead of Munter. Or, you
I
know.
need this
Yo.
to be known. I need this to be known as an
Absolutely not.
above the table thing. The reason why Mansardane knows about Gritsky is because of Lindsay.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
You-
Lindsay is watching this just like with rapt attention,
Lindsay
just like
went
this
and
is the
saw
most
Grit-
incredible thing I've ever seen.
Lindsay
think
saw
he got this.
Gritsky and took it home as like a lower level thing, took it home to his dad, and that's why his dad invested.
It's like you set the precedent, I feel like. So it's like, I learned it from you, Mom. Learned it from you, Mom. Malay. I learned
But
from
like
you,
nobody
Malady.
knows that because Mansardane doesn't give his son credit for anything.
Absolutely
Nope.
not.
Yeah, I think Lindsay even says it's amazing to get to see these pre-game rituals in real time.
I want to end
So-
this man's bloodline. Like, I'm fucking done. Like, this dude.
I was gonna say, Hunter and Lindsay are probably very much on height, so like Max has no choice but to look this man in the eye.
I refuse. Max looks down at him as much as possible.
Max climbs up on a chair just to be above him.
Just on
It's like-
tiptoes.
Just like
Wayne.
clenching core, lifting from the arms, like staring down at this man.
Wayne, put me on your shoulders.
I think
Zach.
Wayne kind of respects Lindsay's love for the game. Like any lover of Gritsky is not a friend of mine, but maybe can be a part of the team, I guess. And he takes like a cask of, it's like a small cask of ale or whatever from behind the bar, and he gives him like a tray, and he's like, "You could be our water boy if you would like." And like a stack of Dixie cups from behind the bar. Yieldy Dixie cups.
Nothing would make me happier. Nothing.
Literally nothing.
I will
it just
carry
makes-
these with honor.
Kelly just makes direct eye contact with Kira.
just. Kira's so tired.
So I think you can hear the commotion starting to build from outside as more and more people are gathering at the Thunderdome.
Yep. Gotta go.
Well, if you want to give us a signal, we'll.
Kelly, do you have like an opening song
No.
that you want, like a walkout song?
I don't. I usually when these
That's what Wayne's imagining.
usually when
Here
I've done
comes the boom.
usually when I've done this in the past, I just get there first, and then I don't worry about it. This will be the first time that they're gonna be there before me, so I don't know. Usually I get there first. We should go though. We shouldn't keep them waiting. And if I lose, and maybe we can speak to Lord Blackwing after and explain the situation and have him call Tempest for us. Honestly, I thought he was still in Calderon, or else maybe I would have asked that first, but I didn't realize he was back. But what's done is done.
It's fine. We're not going to lose, so.
So
I
Sounds like
do
you're
actually
ready.
I have a question for you, GM.
sure.
Are we allowed to, from the stands, I guess, give Kelly like the help action? It's not like magical.
It's not magical, but I think no. I know that like sometimes we do it where like you help somebody just by giving them encouragement.
Yeah.
But I think in this particular case, I don't think the amount of encouragement matters.
These stakes are a little too high.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want me to make it look like you're dead, I can do that.
I can also do that.
Well, double dead then.
All right. So it sounds like you're ready. Sounds like you're walking out there onto the dome.
Yeah.
Does Hunter still have a gun? Can I reach into my pocket?
As
I'm
we have
not
established, yes.
taking
Yes,
the gun.
yes.
I give Kelly the gun.
No, I'm not taking the gun. I'm not gonna
Take
shoot
it.
this man. Listen,
It's all I got.
that's fine. You don't. It's okay. It's okay. Just because Wayne gave me something doesn't mean you have to give me something. It's okay. You can just your support and confidence in me is appreciated. I'm not going to shoot him. He hasn't.
I could
done
give you
any-
something. I could give you something, Kelly.
What, Lindsay? You already gave us your money, Lindsay. What?
Well, I didn't give you my money.
What do you have, Lindsay?
Well, if I can't help you with magic, I just have gold.
I mean, you can help with magic. It depends on how you want to help.
You can only help with magic before I go in there.
Yes, I don't think I'd be much help with that.
Okay.
But I could cause a distraction if we need a distraction.
Oh, Lindsay. You are good at those.
I've gotten better.
Just take a
Have
look
you?
here, just to double check. Where's
Is
this?
Lindsay Artane good?
JD's twinkboy.pdf.
Poor Lindsay. I made Lindsay this way. I don't know why I feel bad about it.
True.
You sure did. And Will was like, who would you like to play? And then said Lindsay. And I was like, absolutely. And then I stopped and thought about it for 5 minutes and went, oh, this character's very JD coded.
That is 100% true.
Accurate.
Oh.
That is 100% true. Yeah, it doesn't look like you have much either in the way of like buffs. Unfortunately. Well,
Yeah.
It tracks.
yeah, it does.
Oh wait.
Classic Ralph. What's
I
up?
feel like you
What you
said
got? What did you just remember?
it happened. I feel like this exact thing was gonna happen.
Go on.
We did talk about this.
Oh,
Exactly.
Look it up.
You called this set.
I have to look it up. Just
Okay.
in case.
Can we?
Okay,
when we walk out of the
yeah.
bar, okay, I'll give.
Okay,
go ahead,
no,
Rob.
we're good. We're
I
good.
thought you needed more
Okay.
time.
Oh
to do
wait, no,
whatever the hell you were
shit.
gonna
Call
do.
my person. You don't have to because I'm Hunter.
What do you
can
need?
I-
God damn it. I'm not wearing it because I'm Hunter right now.
Oh,
I can't
true,
even
yeah.
hand it over.
What would it have been?
It would have been the cloak of protection.
Aw.
Yeah.
Benar.
Can
Nar.
we?
I
No.
walk
forgot
out
his
of the
fucking
bar?
offense.
When we walk out, I have like a wand of pyrotechnics still, so I want to just like the moment we walk out, just like fireworks are going off like above people's heads, but like not that far above people's heads. You know?
Not far enough above people's
And
heads. I get
I
it.
Not far
want to give
enough.
I want to give Kelly 3 options of what. I want to turn my arm into either A, like a sheet of metal, like you know what they do where you like flap it and it sounds like thunder. I want to do either
Hell
that,
yeah.
a
Some newspapers?
bullhorn, or a boom box that's playing "Beat It" by Michael Jackson.
What year did that come out?
Or-
Anybody check?
In the
Or
80s,
a
it's
Vuvuzela.
It's 80s.
Sure is 80s.
Mm-hmm.
unless you have a song you want to do.
Yeah, Thriller and Bad both came out in the 80s, and it was all over for the 80s girlies.
When did he die?
Die!
We didn't die.
The 90s.
Yeah.
Was it 90?
It was
Or push it.
93, 94? Because it's been 30
Hmm.
years.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run
There it is.
around and desert you.
There it
I can-
is.
Was it 90? I thought it was 9. I thought it was 89.
It was 89 because hold on.
I thought it was pre-90s.
Under
It's the year I
pressure,
was born.
pushing down on me.
I'm pretty sure it was 1990 that we disappeared because
Okay.
It was
I was
1990 that
17.
you disappeared.
yeah,
Yes.
because I was
Oh,
17
okay,
and
okay.
Kelly was born in 1973.
Yeah.
I have that information
Hell yeah.
Year was 1990.
because we talked about this once. Kelly was the only one who saw Akira in theaters.
Did talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
Picture
Everyone
it.
else. Everyone else was like, no.
Avalon, 1990.
Either way,
I had an older brother in college who would have definitely taken his younger sister to go see that. Anyway,
We've got pyrotechnics,
Yeah.
we've got pop songs.
Can I try to talk to the birds, make them do something cool? I want to help
is so
so
much.
bad. I want to help so bad. All I have is offensive spells. I
Y'all
can
could have
fuck
been
this
there
dude up,
fighting.
but-
You're the ones who decided we're not gonna help.
it's fine. It's fine. It's like it's what's the polite thing to do.
Sure.
Let's go with the thunder noise. Let's go with the wavy pizza metal. I don't want to blow these people's minds too severely.
sick.
And it's like, on the one hand, Kelly finds this all like very excessive, and then on the other hand, like the energy of the city does seem to be more like itself with all this. So like, it's probably good for everybody for them to be this excited. Her own imminent violence notwithstanding, this is fine.
All right.
If it lifts people's moods.
When Kelly comes out, then I'm going to take Lindsay's money and start throwing it at the crowd.
No. You're gonna cause a fucking riot before the Thunderdome fight.
In the green corner, Kelly the Crusher Violet.
Kelly's just going. She's at this point, she's just like, I have to get there.
Heads have turned. Heads are watching you walk. The crowd parts to let you through.
Just go.
You hear murmurs. You hear people whispering to each other like they're not sure who's going to fight. It's been a while since anybody has challenged anybody else here. And as you move through the crowd, people obviously come to realize that it's you. Some people probably recognize you. As a matter of fact, I think you probably recognize, as you are pushing through the crowd, at least one familiar face standing near the front, as you might expect. Carmen.
That's my boy. Stupid bitch number 2.
Yep. Arms crossed over his chest. It's just a thing with the name Carmen, you know, it really just like brings that energy.
You okay, Raph? You seem like you've got opinions. I don't know why you'd have
You're
opinions.
muted. I can't hear a word you're saying. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. Well, they're gone.
Okay, you
Gone
gotta stop.
forever. Goodbye.
You gotta stop digging your claws into my thigh like that. It hurts a lot, buddy.
There's somebody trying to rob a van outside right now.
Right, Rap's gotta go stop them. I'm pretty sure you can get knighted for that.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
don't want to get knighted by him. He's creepy.
That's
You gotta
true.
watch out,
That's true.
though,
Wait
because
for him
they
to
could
die,
Just chop your head off.
then get knighted. That's true. Cool.
There's
Carmen, who's standing near the front, arms crossed over his chest. I think as he turns, everybody turns to look at you, and he sees that it's you. He'll kind of like turn to you, raise an eyebrow when he sees you. Oh,
Yeah, oh.
well, I haven't been challenged, so who are you fighting?
Oh, you know. And Kelly will kind of like, as she's saying this, she's kind of like going past and like sliding down into the dome because she's like, oh, you know. And she just like jerks her thumb back towards the dais where the chair is.
Yes, where you would see Lord Corvid Blackwing is seated, as he is every time a Thunderdome match takes place, provided that he is here in Stormhold, which is most of the time. And you slide down, stand in the center of the domed floor, which, as we've established, is made of glass.
Cool.
If I recall correctly. Speaking of themes. It's kind of a bowl scooped out.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. No. I need.
Sorry, it's Julia's son is being exiled. We'll be right back.
Gerard, no.
Gerard.
Give us back our boy.
Entering the ring, standing a 6'7", defending, reigning heavyweight champion,
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Lord Morbid Blackwing.
Yeah, the crowd watches you do that, and there's more murmurs, but like they look a little confused, I think, and they sound a little confused because like nobody steps forward immediately to challenge you and to meet your challenge, rather. And then I think as things start to die down, Lord Blackwing stands and looks down at you. And at that, I think there's a gasp because normally he just sits there and he doesn't even really have to say anything most of the time because these things just kind of work themselves out naturally. His place is to be there as an arbitrator if necessary. It is rarely necessary. But he will stand, and again, without saying anything, step off of the platform that his chair sits on, and likewise enter the dome. And that gets a big reaction from the crowd. And if you look over at Carmen, his eyes are like wide, and he is staring at Lord Blackwing, and then he looks back at you with just like questions all over his face. But
She doesn't have time to get into it. She just gives him one of her little shrugs and the little like fuck you face that she normally gives him. He knows.
That's fair. That's fair.
Carmen.
Yeah, Lord Blackwing enters the Thunderdome. Those murmurs grow in volume. And I think as he walks towards you, stopping the appropriate distance away, he is still dressed much the same way that he was before, most of his person concealed behind that cloak with the hood thrown back. It's, thinning grayish hair kind of blowing in the breeze. Such as it is, the air has been remarkably still since it stopped raining here, but he will just look at you and he will say, "Are you prepared for what comes next?"
I don't know. But I know. I need to call Tempest. And this is the way.
My title demands that I not hold back.
I wouldn't expect you to. I wouldn't ask you to.
Well, then in that case, and the cloak will part. You can see the armor that he wears underneath. This black plate armor inscribed with symbols of falling feathers and ravens. It is old and it is weather beaten. It shows a lot of wear and tear. He does not normally wear it. And from his side, he pulls out the massive sword that you have always seen him carrying. The blade is nearly as long as he is tall. You would guess maybe about 5 feet or so, and it is a dark metal of some kind that you don't recognize. There is an iridescence to it, and as he draws it, the sky almost seems to grow a little darker. It hasn't been sunny in Stormhold. It never is, but rain hasn't been falling. The near constant storm conditions have abated. Now, they seem to somewhat return as he pulls that sword. You hear the distant rumble of thunder, and as he takes the sword in hand, electricity begins to crackle over the blade. It takes on a more bluish cast, and then it seems to extend, becoming even longer and even wider. And he will say out loud enough for the crowd to hear him. As Lord of Stormhold, I will not strike first.
Where's Avalon? I just remembered that we haven't seen Avalon in a minute.
I mean, Avalon has been with you. I believe you left him outside of the rough and tumble when you went in.
Yeah, because Rodney.
Yeah. So he's probably there, or if you brought him over here, he might be around, but it probably would have been safer to leave him by the rough and tumble, to be honest.
I just want to make sure they're not going to get... They're not here.
No.
Okay, I'll send them out if they were here.
Okay, all right, so hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to roll an insight.
Sure.
It is not that I don't trust Kelly, but the Lord, right?
Yeah.
He's like big, powerful, right?
You don't know. He is.
Okay. Don't know. Okay.
No, he's got a big sword. It's clearly magical. He is kind of a dangerous looking dude. Like, he has an air about him, and he has at least one massive scar that goes from one cheek through the other, like he had been stabbed through the mouth.
Okay. I really want to, but I'm not gonna. We're gonna let Kelly's got this.
You can roll an insight check.
Can you see if Kelly wants the gun now?
Roll an insight check to see if Kelly wants the gun.
I'm not gonna shoot the man.
It was a 21.
I will say, you've seen Hunter use that gun before, and it has never
shooter.
worked well.
Yeah, that is like one of the least effective things you've ever seen Hunter do.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right. Oh yeah, that was a 21 insight.
Okay. 21 insight, and you are trying to like get a read on this dude?
Yeah.
Okay. I think with the 21, you get the sense that he is not. You get the sense that he is not bringing any emotion into this. Like, he doesn't seem angry. He doesn't seem to be feeling much of anything, to be honest, which isn't far off from how you've seen him in the past. But you don't get the impression that he is particularly invested in winning this. At the same time, you also get the impression that he is not going to hold back, like he said.
Okay. Then I would like to activate my visage.
Okay.
So that I can speak to Kelly in her mind.
Rad. That's fucking rad.
That is fucking rad.
All right, Kelly. You've it's me. It's Kira, sorry. His heart's not in it. Not really. He's got no stake in this. But he will still not hold back. He's doing the job. He's not doing this for something. That makes sense.
And Kelly will just nod at that. And I think in the interest of the weather has gotten stormy.
A little bit, yeah. Stormier than you've seen it since you've been back.
Well, I'm gonna make it just just a little bit stormier. I'm gonna open strong, strong and hard with Call Lightning Storm.
Yes.
Call Lightning. Which if we are outdoors in stormy conditions, when I cast the spell, I am not creating a new storm. I am taking over the one that exists as my own, which allows me to do an additional D10 of damage.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I will say that will ride. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna say that you can absolutely cast a spell. I'm gonna say these are not stormy conditions. So I don't think it's that you were taking over a storm. I think it is that you are creating a storm, which is meaningful because normally there is one here and there has not been. So like sky got a little bit darker. There was some like rumbling of thunder, but it's not storming. Now it's going to start.
Yeah. Now it is going to start storming. That little like lilac purple crackle is going to come from Kelly, probably like from the eyes as this comes down. And I'm trying to see what he gets as far as if he gets a save or anything before I strike him with lightning.
A dex save, I think, probably.
Yeah, I believe it is a dex save.
He gets a yep.
All right, dex save it is. Okay. That is an 11.
That is a failure.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna take 3d10 worth of damage. Where is my other one? That is a d8. I don't want that. Excuse me. So 15 points of damage to start, and then bonus action, I'm gonna pop out because I don't have a fancy sword that cackles electricity, but I do have a spiritual weapon, which is a big old electrical storm in a marble that Kelly will. So Kelly will pop that out. Kind of like as the lightning dissipates from the sky, it's just gonna sucker punch him in the face.
Hell yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, so I think what we see happen is there's this thunder, this far off thunder, and the sky is growing dark as he draws that sword. And And as he does so, Kelly, you call lightning. So I imagine you are kind of crackling with that same violet lightning.
Mhm.
And the sky grows darker, kind of right over where you are standing. It's almost like these two storm heads clash against each other momentarily. The dark clouds that he summoned and the dark clouds that you've summoned kind of meet in the middle, and there is a burst of cold wind that blows down across the assemblage watching, eliciting more gasps from them. And it's almost like they're struggling against each other. But when you call the lightning down and that violet lightning bolt strikes where he is standing, you see him kind of shift his stance and throw that cloak that he's wearing across his front, like ducks under it, essentially. In the same moment, you call forth your spiritual weapon, and you also send that flying at him. And I think the lightning bolt arcs down. You see it hit the cloak, but you kind of just see it like playing across the surface. You don't see if it's actually hurting him or not.
Yeah.
As you send the spiritual weapon at him, he is going to stand up and throw the cloak back and catch your spiritual weapon attack. Catch your spiritual weapon attack on the edge of that glowing blade that he wields.
Okay.
Well, actually, did you roll? Sorry, roll a hit.
I was gonna say I haven't rolled to hit him
Yeah,
yet.
that's true. You need to do that. I forgot that was an attack roll spell.
Yeah. I can use it as a bonus action to summon it, and then I have to roll to bap him. So we'll see if he catches it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because I highly doubt. It was a 4 on the die, and it's +7. Yeah, no, I doubt that.
Okay. All right. He catches it on the edge of that blade, and you see them sort of struggling against each other for a second. The orb sits there on the edge, pushing against him. He's pushing back with his sword, and you see it start to give a little bit. You see his sword starting to like drift back, almost like it's pushing him back. And then he sets his stance a little more firmly, tightens his grip on the blade, and slashes out. And before you can really realize what's happening, he sends the spiritual weapon flying back at you. But as he does so, the violet lightning changes to a blue color.
Okay.
That is going to strike you. And just by the nature of the ability, you are going to take 3 psychic damage from that.
Is that a spell that he did?
It is not a spell.
Okay. So 3 psychic damage.
3 psychic damage, yep.
No.
That lightning almost burns straight into your brain. But the spiritual weapon, like, hovers at your side, and I think you can see the blue already starting to give way to the violet color that it normally is. This was obviously just a momentary thing. In that moment, you look across the battlefield to him, and you see him, his face starting to change and shift just a little bit. It kind of looks like a mask. Not entirely dissimilar from what appears over Kira's face when Kira uses their power. But this face, instead of being this glowing white energy, is more of this black, inky substance that almost seems to absorb light. And it resembles nothing so much as it does the face of a raven.
Damn it! Oh.
You're going to roll for initiative, but before that, we're going to take a break.
God damn it.
So,
Also, does Kelly want a gun? I rolled a nat 20.
Just
No.
chuck the gun.
Kelly doesn't want the gun.
So
I'm ready.
Roll low.
about that will of the people thing, are we sure we don't want to call that? Sure we don't want to invoke that real quick?
You want me to talk to Mom?
As far
You
as
know-
as far as a party goes, it would be beneficial to us. As far as the story goes, it would be such a dick thing to do to this
Above the
guy
table,
who's been on our
above the-
side the whole time.
above the table, I'll let you
Yes.
know that no matter what the outcome of this is, he does respect you for not invoking that.
I'm glad.
He might
He's
kill
put-
you, but he does respect you.
He's
He's
we
put
don't
up
need his
with me.
fucking respect.
He has put up
Mm.
with me in
We
his
need him to
city
take a knee.
for like not the whole 10 years, but like 8 of them. So like, you know, I can't just say that I don't have confidence in this man. I do. I am
I think-
confident he's gonna beat my ass.
I think you're going to be fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Hey, don't go away. Find out if Lord
I
Corvid
don't.
Blackwing is gonna beat Kelly's ass in 10
I
short
know
minutes.
if Kelly uses the gun.
Come right back. The
Kelly's
gun
not gonna
has
use
been
the gun.
fired before, and it has hit things, and it's not effective.
It is also one time
It's a threat,
almost
though.
blown up in Hunter's hand.
Yeah,
But
That
am
is
I
also
not
true.
yours?
That is also true.
The
Well,
last thing
we'll see
Kelly
you
needs
real
to do is
soon.
become a gunslinger.
don't go away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 pages of notes, and some of the notes go like this as well.
Mhm.
No, that's the doodle area.
Nah, I write everything down. What is in here? What is in here? Everything is in here.
That's the doodle margin. You're
Every
not supposed to write in the
single
doodle
thing.
margin.
Nah,
That's
I
too
don't
bad.
I don't have time to be doodling because I'm writing down literally every step people make and in what direction.
There's my notes. Found them.
What did they say?
In
Yep,
the basket.
that's what
I
I.
can't-
That's what
Run
I
on
thought.
down the river.
I can't wait to get that tattooed.
It's just
Do you
more about being
promise? No,
efficient.
Raph, be so for real right now. Be so fucking for real.
on your
I
back
thought we
like
were
a full
all
back
getting that.
piece.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've set the date.
Yeah, didn't we say we were all going to get that?
I don't think you guys invited me to that event but you need to resend it.
Oh.
Resend the link.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm,
Do you
okay,
want to?
okay,
Do you
yeah.
want to get that tattoo with us?
Full back piece.
Packs Unplugged, baby.
We're
We're
all
gonna
gonna
get-
we're all gonna do it. But
Backs
we're gonna do it at work.
unplugged.
Backs Unplugged. We're all going to get Clown Baby Corey tattooed on us.
So of course, obviously, like we can't do it all at the same time. So we'll do it back to
Of
back,
course.
and then you can start if you want because it sounds like you're really excited to do it. And then
Yeah.
I would say
we'll
so.
just go after you.
Sure.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. But
That sounds
you'll all
really
do
good.
it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys want to see a clown?
No.
Yes,
No.
no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I do.
It's happening.
Threat.
Content warning. Just preemptively.
We'll do that.
Wow, clown edging. That's
Choose not to.
That's new.
You can find it.
Don't make
Look
me
in the
choke on
lore.
my coffee.
Please never say those words again, Raph.
Take yourself out. You did it. You did that to
Oh.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That does remember. I have a video I have a reel to send you on Instagram, Raph. I have to find it
Yo.
again. But it's relevant to what you just said.
I don't know why I took a sip of water after that mistake. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, send that to me. God,
I will.
what is going on back here? That's none of your business.
It's true.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Hold on.
yeah, here we are. We're back. thanks everybody for hanging out. We're gonna get right back into it. Which means,
I gotta roll initiative, yeah?
yeah. Did
Oh,
you?
yeah.
I did not.
Well, the time has come.
Time has come.
Do I have to get an owlbear? Or are we fine?
I mean,
I will get an owlbear. I just hadn't pulled it open.
you should probably get an owlbear.
Okay, I'll get an owlbear.
Wow.
Ooh,
Holy moly.
can we get an owlbear?
Yeah, you should all be an owlbear.
Oh,
I mean, you're
sorry,
not
teacher.
actively
You
participating in
know.
this fight, but
Okay.
unless you want to. But
I did have
Well,
a
that's just
casual question about that, Will.
Yeah,
Should we preemptively roll initiative if we might choose to
Couldn't hurt.
interfere?
Couldn't hurt. Oh,
couldn't hurt.
Okay.
also, if we decide to help, would that disqualify Kelly?
I mean, it would invalidate it. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well,
not disqualify.
I
Listen, I'm not saying I'm going to
and
do anything.
disqualify are not identical, but they're pretty similar.
They're pretty close. They're pretty close.
Okay.
Is
Because
it is it a glass on top or is it glass on bottom?
It's like a bowl.
It's a bowl.
It's like a-
Yeah, it's like a bowl carved out of the ground, basically. So it's concave.
I get advantage on initiative.
Interesting.
I think.
Oh no. Why are you so big?
So Kelly, what's your initiative? What'd you get?
Done.
I got 22. What is
22.
Hey,
You're gonna-
where's this? Where is Owlbear?
I was gonna say, I
Oh,
think
here it
I think
goes.
you have to put me in there. I can only put the
Right. Yeah, I'll throw you all out there.
we don't have authorization
hello.
to do that.
It's true.
Get it?
What?
Hello.
Hello.
I got it to exactly 5 feet.
I
There it
guess
is.
I'll
Hell
put
yeah,
out
this is rad.
Hunter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if you all can put yourselves on the
Just-
sides.
Horse lover?
I didn't do that. Somebody did that at some point for Hunter. I'm guessing it was Raph.
Forgot.
You
God,
good?
this shit's so good, dude.
Are you good?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you-
good. Okay.
You so for real?
I'm good.
And we'll say this
I
little
just made myself
token.
laugh.
We'll say this little token is going to be Lindsay.
Which token?
What do you mean?
The little skull?
Yeah, I just picked one at random. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
that seems chill.
Yeah,
I'm
That
very
seems fine.
worried about it.
What am I looking for?
I wouldn't be.
I just wrote something very nice about Lindsay in the Kelly document. He was
Did you?
having a good time. You know, the last time he was in there, he was okay.
I did read it. It's a good document. Fantastic. So,
Lindsay's
JD,
a
if you
commenter,
wouldn't
so
mind
probably
moving,
4.
JD, if you wouldn't mind moving Lindsay to the side there where you're all spectating. Other than that, you did give me Kelly's, which means that I am doing Lord Blackwings at the moment. Okay. And then we've got Munter.
Get these other dice out here. I think I'm gonna need these.
Munter, you got initiative?
Yeah, a 19.
Nice. Okay. This is not.
Where are you moving me to, huh? Where
I'm not moving
where am
you.
I going? Where am I going? Wait, where am I going? Who's moving? Corey?
Raph, please change your name from Slippery Dipper. I don't want it to be that.
Not me.
Raph,
I swear to God.
Raph,
I'm being bullied.
you didn't even tell me your initiative yet.
I did. 19.
Okay. Kira,
22.
it's one less than what you had last time. And Wayne,
13.
All right.
Bat 13.
Nice. All right, cool. So then let me just real quick
Stop.
state this.
I swear to God.
Stop.
Yo!
Oh, I didn't get Lindsay. What's Lindsay's?
You sure didn't. That was a 20.
Nice.
Raph, are you okay?
Raph, can you stop? Oh my God.
What the fuck? This should not be that funny.
We've got all of these things
I swear
going
to God.
on. It's fine. It's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. And we. All right, fantastic.
Fine,
So
you
we've got
pelican
everybody's
fly.
initiatives in all of the places that those need to be, which means that we are going to be starting. Kelly.
All right, yeah. I guess I want to roll either a perception or an arcana to see what level of effect my lightning storm had on him.
Sure. I think you can tell that it did not do a tremendous amount of damage. Like, he doesn't look injured or anything from it, but if you want to roll and make an arcana check, I think that's fair.
I will do that. That is going to be a 18, 19, 22.
22?
Mhm.
Okay. With a 22, I think you can see now that the cloak that he wears. Yeah, okay. With the 22, I think you can see that the cloak that he wears is actually smoldering from the electricity that was running across it. And actually seems to have kind of fused, like the fibers of it have fused together to make it sort of solid and unwieldy. I think you were actually going to see him rise up to his feet and unclip it, where it's going to fall to the ground, and it kind of makes a it doesn't make a clatter or anything, but it's clear that it's retaining its shape. And I think actually you would know, because your arcana check was so high, that this was not magical. It just like insulated. But it appears to you that it was like one use,
Okay.
unless he has other cloaks that he can pull out, but he's not currently wearing one.
I just realized something.
Would you realize?
Nope, never mind. I had to double check to make sure that spiritual weapon was not concentration.
Okay.
Because my storm is.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I have to make sure I can't cast any other. I can cast other
I
spells, but I
think
can't cast anything that's concentration.
Spiritual weapon is one of those rare ongoing spells that is not concentration, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I just had to double check before I was like, wait a minute. I messed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I'm gonna get in his business and try to stab him.
Okay. I think that's fair. You can try to get up in his business.
Yeah, because he failed the roll, so I don't have to worry about him making that roll again. I'm gonna get to ding him. As long as he doesn't break my concentration. So I am gonna move what looks like 5 feet. I cannot see the grid. Is the
Yeah,
grid
there's
up?
no grid, but yeah,
Okay.
5 feet.
Okay, move the 5 feet, and I'm going to make the attack on him with the glove axe. So that's gonna Max's glove axe is gonna pop out its little blade. Try to hit him with it.
No glove, no love. That's what I always say.
Must you? Must you say that?
What does that
Anyway,
mean?
does a 19 hit?
Does a 19 hit? That's a great question. I think it does now because he used that thing last time. It does hit, in
Okay.
fact.
All right. Then I need. D12. There it is. Okay, and then that is going to be 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
The glove. And then I'm going to hit him with, while I'm standing here, with another lightning bolt, which is going to be another 3d10 of damage before he gets to smacking me around. So one more second, sir, before you get to slap me in the face. With only 6 points of electricity damage. That was 2 1s and a 4.
6 points of electricity?
Yep.
Okay.
So on top of that, 6 points of electricity.
Nice.
And then I can't use the spiritual weapon because I moved.
Right. Okay. Very cool. Which brings us to someone else that is probably not going to be acting this exact moment. Kira, Lindsay, Munter, Wayne, in that order. Is anybody doing anything?
I don't know if we can.
I mean, not directly, but I just wanted to check.
Not yet.
I'm riling up the crowd.
Same.
Okay, so not for encouragement. Can I try and read blood? What's the Lord's Blackwing?
Blackwing.
Can I try and read his movements to try and give Kelly the help action that way, especially since I can talk to her in her mind?
It's an interesting thought. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, you're a monk.
Mm-hmm.
Would
Like,
Kelly
roll
accept
insight.
that? I think would be the question.
Sure. That she, if she accepts it, great. Would you like me to roll insight on him?
Yeah, roll insight.
It'll depend what he said, what Kira says. Like if, yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do. 23.
23. Okay.
Oh dear.
With a 23, yeah, you can absolutely read his movements. And excuse me, sorry, my brain, it's all over the place. With a 23, yeah, you can read his movements. Do you want to try to project that to Kelly?
Yes.
Okay. So Kelly, I guess the question there would be, do you accept that? You seemed very dead set on this being a fair fight, so I just wanted to check.
If it's so much as a comment of like go left or go right, that's kind of the thing that I imagine, like when you are at a fight, people are just yelling that. So like if it's like something like that, I don't think I would turn that down. But if it's something like more specific than that, she would have an issue with it.
Okay.
Like if it's something if it's something that you would hear in like a regular like boxing match or a wrestling match, and it's something that somebody shouts from like the stands, I think that's different than like somebody saying like, oh, I can see there's a hole in his armor, you should stab him in the side. Like, like degrees.
Sure.
So depending on what specifically Kira says is if Kelly listens to it or not.
I think it'll be like duck or from the right. move left. It'll be instructions, not like, oh hey, that guy, he's weak on his left side. No, it's
Yeah.
this is in the moment type deals. So yeah, it'd just be in the moment instructions.
If it's something like that, that's something that could be like arguably like yelled out by like some like Carmen is probably yelling. Carmen is yelling nonsense, but like that kind of thing. That Kelly will listen to, but yeah, like I said, if it was something like it looks like he's got a bad elbow, she wouldn't be listening to that.
Okay. I think that is fair. So yeah, I think you're getting a little bit of guidance from Kira in that moment, and I think that fits enough that you can get advantage. I think that counts as the help action for sure. And since that is it, since that is everybody, it's going to be Lord Blackwing's turn. And since, conveniently enough, you are already up in his business, he is going to heft that sword, which, by the way, in its current state is almost ridiculously large. Like it's kind of silly, and like a person wouldn't normally be able to wield it, at least not a person of his size. With that in mind, he's gonna swing on you.
Do it, buddy.
Yeah, he will. Don't worry.
This is your time.
It is his time. Here we go.
Show his butthole on camera, I bet.
That is, I believe, an 18.
Meets.
Okay.
With jersey meets.
All right. Meets it beats. Ooh, okay. Fantastic. All right. Yeah. So much shit. All right. The blade is going to collide with you with the jersey. Kelly, he's going to swing it and he's going to hit you with it. And it feels like being hit by a bus. Or at least what you imagine being hit by a bus would feel like.
Oh no.
That is going to be 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay.
But sorry, go ahead.
Well, if he has more to do, that's fine. I just have a reaction to take.
He does have more to do.
Okay.
Now that he hit you, the lightning blade, which is glowing currently, is going to his grip tightens again, and it surges through with more lightning, more of that blue lightning that lights up sharply, and he is going to deal you an additional. I do need to ask you. Remind me if Kelly counts as undead.
I don't think I count as undead, but I read as undead. Let me read.
Yeah, I think that is correct. That is what I remember of the dividing line as well.
Yeah, as a hollow one, the void bestows. Revenant, you retain your creature type, yet you register as undead.
Okay. That works.
Yeah.
Then you are going to take...
He spells and other effects that detect the presence.
Okay.
It specifies as detecting the presence.
Cool. Then you are going to take 8 additional points of radiant damage.
Ouch.
All right. While he's here, does he knock me anywhere? With how hard he hits, do I get pushed or do I stay where I am?
Not unless you want to roll with it. There's no knockback effect, I don't think. You do see 2 bolts of lightning arc off of the blade and strike the ground, like on either side of you, but they only hit nobody standing there, so it only. Oh nope, sorry. One of those lightning bolts is going to hit you. There are 2 more that would hit allies, but you don't have any allies in this fight at the moment. You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
My dex is pretty good. So hold on.
Do you
I
have
know
like
this.
do you have like evasion or anything? Are you high enough rogue level that you would have some way to mitigate this damage?
It's a valid question.
I don't think I have evasion.
Evasion or the other one?
What do I have?
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe Kelly had what, 3 levels of rogue and then switched into cleric.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Too
You need
bad.
at least 5.
Yeah.
No, we've been leaning pretty heavily into the whole storm thing.
That's fair.
I just have regular dodge, which is fine. My dex is pretty good.
Cool. What'd you get?
Unnatural 20. 30
Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, that's definitely gonna beat the DC. Okay. It doesn't say anything about it being halved, so you are gonna, the lightning is gonna arc out. It's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit the empty ground on either side of you. You're not gonna take any damage from it though. This time, the jersey seems to absorb the brunt of it.
Yay. Cool. In the bounce back with my reaction to that, he's going to take a full 18 points. I'm going to be using the Wrath of the Storm, and I'm also going to be stacking it with my one of my channel divinities, which means that it deals maximum damage instead of rolling. And they just soak it. Retake it.
18, you said?
Yeah, because it's max lightning damage, and right now it's 2d8 of lightning or thunder. So.
Yes. That is very cool.
Me and this old man are just tasing each other for a couple minutes in the parking
100%.
lot.
I mean, he's also hitting you with a big sword, but it is tasing you in the process.
I stabbed him. Him and I are stabbing each other in the Japanese parking lot with one hand and tasing each other with the other to see who can stand the longest. And that's what this fucked up city is all about.
You sure are. In that conflict, you find yourself face to face looking into the eyes of that raven-like mask of inky blackness that covers his features. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, cool. What is my wisdom? Is this a spell? Spell-like ability?
I don't think so.
Okay. I get advantage against those.
Yeah, I don't think this is that. It's definitely not a spell, I'll tell you that.
That's okay. It's a 17.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think you're going to make it. So you feel fear starting to creep into the edge of your brain, like in a very like primal sort of lizard brain reaction, but you are able to quell it. You have experienced similar things enough times that you know what that feels like and you know how to stop it from taking over. And it's going to be your turn. Back to the top of the round.
Cool. Well, I have advantage from
Kira. Yep.
Advantage from Kira. But the question is, considering he just tried to do that to me, do I want to use a different spell on him in response? Would be a dick move. You know what? No, no, I'm gonna take the advantage to try to stab him again for this round, and then I will shock him with another bit of lightning.
All right.
Ooh, really good thing I did, because one of those is a 1. We don't like that.
We
I
don't.
love that.
The other one is going to be another 19. It's a 12 and a 7. So
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
19.
12 and a 7. For 19, that is going to hit.
So that is gonna be
You stab him, and your blade finds a gap in his armor.
I'm rolling shit. That's 7 more points of damage
Okay.
from the stab, and then from the storm. Okay, that's fucking better. 12.
Stop it.
20 points of electricity damage.
Remember to fix
From
that.
lightning.
How many?
Plenty.
20. It's 2 6s and an 8.
Nice.
I thought it was 1d10 lightning damage.
No, it's 3d10. It would have been 4d10 if if it had been actually storming.
Okay.
This is
All
a
right.
3rd level spell.
Yeah. No, I get it. Trust me. I understand. All
I
right.
just rolled garbage on the other ones.
Yeah, for sure. I understand entirely.
Part of me wants to just be petty and use unsettling presence on him, but that's an action. So I can't do that.
Yeah, you could try.
I mean, he did just smite you, so Paladin says probably
Wow. We don't need to throw around the S word.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like,
Okay,
no, it's
so
fine.
that's not what it was.
It could have been
That's not
anything.
okay, that's so you're saying it's not what that was.
It
Okay.
could have been
Okay.
anything that took effect after he hit with an attack that deals radiant damage. Could
Roll
have been any
Arcana.
ability in the game.
And,
Maybe-
Roll
and
Arcana on him.
more, and more if they're undead.
And
What do
more
you
if
mean?
they're undead. Yeah, it could be, that could be any ability that meets those conditions.
Maybe
It's
he's
just
got a
Any
rude.
holy
ability.
adventure.
Yeah,
Swinging that thing around.
could be any of those things.
It's like, is he even swinging it, or is it just like a paddle?
No, he's swinging it. He's swinging it. It does not seem as heavy to him as it should be.
I mean, fair and valid. He's like 3 times as big as I am.
Yeah, he is. But he's wiry. Like,
Yeah.
he's not a...
No, yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
He's
spindly
just
man.
tall.
he
He's
lean.
tall. He's tall boy.
Yeah.
Fighting Michael Phelps.
You gotta stop, boy. You gotta stop. Stop.
Fighting old
Okay.
man
The
Michael.
urges. Old man Phelps.
Old man
Old
Phelps.
man
He's
Phelps.
staying alive for longer because he's smoking that devil's lettuce.
It's true.
Keeps him
Gosh.
calm, even, no stress in his life.
He's given up the thing.
Well, what he is going to do is, first off, you see him lift his head back, and he starts to inhale, like sharply. You see him very intentionally start to inhale, and the bottom half, like where it resembles that sort of beak of the raven mask, is going to be absorbed. It's going to, like, he's going to suck it into his mouth, as if it were like smoke or something like that, which is going to leave the bottom half of his face exposed. Though you can see the darkness from the rest of the mask starting to like creep down and reform that section, even as he does this. And as that happens, you see some of the spots where like your lightning is burned through his clothes, or where blood has been leaking out. Those ones close
You little bitch.
somewhat.
Why do his face do that?
Interesting question. And that's going to be one thing that he does. He is also going to, you still have not moved. Yeah, he's going to also swing at you, but just one time.
Okay.
Good man.
Yeah. So we'll see how that works out for him. You said an 18 meets your armor class, right?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 17.
Let's go.
So you just barely managed to get out of the way of the blade as he brings it down onto the glass under your feet.
Just ducking.
Just ducking.
Duck.
Straight ducking. Believe that is all of his things, unless, let me do a quick scroll through here. Yep, that is all he's going to do.
Okay. All right. So what's everybody else up to?
That is a good question. I forgot about that. Is anybody going to do anything as we roll through?
I'm going to do the same thing that I did last turn.
Okay. I think it's going to be another insight check.
Heard.
I think Wayne is kind of commentating the fight as it goes along.
You still have a little speaker.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. You still. Yeah. The crowd at first is like not sure about it. They don't seem into it, and then the longer you go on, the more they like start to feel it, and they're like, "Why don't we do this all the time? This is so like this is cool. We should just have somebody like narrating this."
This is the proper progression of retirement. It's like you either go into coaching or you go into commentating and giving your expertise as a
Commentating.
Yeah.
That was a 27, Will.
Incredible.
All right, yeah, you got it. I even rolled an opposed roll for this one because I think you're starting to pick up on what's going on, and you still beat it. So,
hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Munter is trying to start like a chant, like trying to have people spell out Kelly's name, like a la hot to go, but it's Kelly.
Kelly. You ain't got no alibi.
It's Kelly. You ugly.
Hey, it's Kelly.
Yeah.
That's the nicer version.
I was gonna say, y'all are so unserious up there.
Am on Lindsay Ardane's shoulders.
You made him pick you up.
Actually, if he gets on his hands and knees, then I'll just stand on him. That one might be better, actually.
Kelly, the Crusher Violet, facing off against a much larger foe here, but comes out swinging with a... What's that? A lightning bolt straight from the sky. Where did these clouds come from, folks? Oh, but it doesn't seem that it's affected Blackwing as much as... What's that? Blackwing's sword seems to have doubled, no, tripled in size. What'll the Crusher do about this one?
I guess before we move on, I have to ask, does Lindsay let Munter stand on him?
For right now, yes.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Kelly. Always got an alibi. It's Kelly. Yeah, it's Kelly.
Lindsay's just glad to be included.
It's true.
He always does.
He's just happy to be here, gang.
He's just happy to be here.
This is what it means to be part of the team.
Yeah. He's like, I get to hang out? Yeah.
I think that brings us back to you, Kelly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Technically, all of that would have happened before Blackwing attacked that last time and healed himself, but did whatever he did when he swallowed the shadows of that mask. I mean, you know.
Took a hit off of his vape, yeah.
Yeah.
It is
What
420.
flavor is that vape, dude? What the fuck?
It's not
Weed,
actually,
dude.
It's not actually weed. It's just stints of weed. It's ganja flavored.
Let me just do a
Holy shit.
concentration.
That's some
check,
skunk, dude.
When I'm doing a concentration check, please remind me. I have to meet. What do I have to meet or beat?
Lord Blackwing treated Kelly with disrespect out there, taking a hit of his vape mid-fight.
It is 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher.
Okay.
Blackwing holds his sword in one hand, takes a fat hit of his vape.
So it would be 10 because you didn't take any damage.
Okay.
He didn't hit with his attack.
Well, no,
Blows it out, spins
I'm
it
not.
around.
Oh yeah, so I'm just making sure I can maintain my concentration spell as I cast this additional spell.
That would be 10.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm
I
fine.
think. Well,
'cause
hold on. You're casting a
You-
concentration spell while you're
I'm not-
casting?
I'm not casting another concentration spell. I'm
Okay.
just casting another spell, but I don't want to lose.
You don't have to check your
I mean,
concentration.
you don't have to check.
I
You
don't.
only
It's,
nope.
it's only when you get hit.
It's only
Yep.
when I can hit.
It's only when you
Okay.
take them
Mhm.
hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or that Pathfinder bullshit, which we're
Listen.
playing tomorrow. I know.
I know. It's like I can't wipe all of it out of my brain
know.
because I still need it.
Yep.
Until either I die or we finish all 6 of those books, I can't erase the Pathfinder rules from my head.
Yep.
Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to just because he's very close to me. We're right up in there. So I'm going to cast Thunder Wave at second level.
Okay.
So he can make, and he might make this, but he can make a Constitution save.
Okay.
So he will take only half damage, and he will not be pushed anywhere. But if he fails, he gets pushed as well.
Okay. That is a. Oh. That's a 15.
The save is 15.
Okay. All right. So
So he will only
does make it.
Yep, he will only take half. So that's going to be
JD's so
14
pleased with himself.
14 points of thunder damage. He's not going to be pushed 10 feet away from me. He gets to stay on his feet where he is. And then I'm going to hit him with another.
14
bolt
is
of lightning.
half.
No, sorry, 7.
7. Okay.
Sorry. 7. That's my bad. And on the D10s, that's a 10, a 10, and a 4. So 24 more points. So it's going to hit him with some thunder and some lightning.
Okay. All right. All of that is going to arc down and strike at him. You said it's 24 points?
24 points of lightning.
Wow.
Listen, I'm trying to make an appeal to the bird.
I get it. I understand what you're saying here.
Please come when I call. Please come when I call, and please don't eat me. Don't eat me. But also, like, just try to. I would rather like tase this man into unconsciousness than having to keep stabbing him.
Sure.
Feels,
Yeah.
you know.
No, absolutely. You see that lightning, if your second attack, arc down and strike him. It hits the sword almost like it's a lightning rod, but then it starts to arc over the rest of his body. And you see his muscles kind of spasming as you would expect. You see like smoke starting to rise from him, especially from his hair as it strikes him. But in that moment, the lower half of his face is still exposed, and he's going to look directly at you and say one word under his breath as he uses his reaction.
Oh fuck!
And that word is burn. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh
I feel
god.
fear. I feel fear.
It's
Good
fine.
thing we wanted a 1v1 on this one. A respectful win here.
You said it was Dex?
Mhm.
Dex, yeah. It's just a little hellish rebuke between friends.
I explicitly decided not to use Toll the Dead on him, but now fuck this man. Anyway.
He said he wasn't going to hold back.
I know. It's 19. The 13 on the die plus
right.
6.
All right. That is going to yeah, okay. So that's going to make it, but you are still going to take half damage.
That's fine.
Which is going to be wow. Still significant, but it is going to be, sorry, doing math real quick.
What level did he use this on me?
It's at first level. This is first level. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, yeah, that's gonna be 9 points of fire damage.
I'm gonna.
How you doing?
How's Kelly looking?
Fine. I'm at 41.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine,
okay.
dude. You're fine.
I'm fine.
Okay.
As long as he doesn't heal himself again, I think.
That's so many hit points. You're fine.
You're so fine. That's about the amount of hit points I have.
Lindsay.
I step on his finger a little bit, and now he only has 40. So
40 fingers?
40 hit point. Goddammit! Come on.
Did you read the Kelly document, or are you just doing this off the vibes?
This is just Rav's
It's off
instinct.
the vibes.
Is it just how you're feeling?
Yeah, fantastic. Rav is just like, how would I want Max Miller to treat me? And then applying that to.
Wow.
Well, you
Max
took
is
that
not-
fire
Wow.
damage.
Max hasn't been this small in a long time. He
It's
can actually
so
be on
true.
someone's shoulders.
He's so baby girl.
He's so baby girl.
So baby girl. All right, cool. So Kelly, yeah, you get that reaction to your attack. All of your damage still goes through. You are lit up with a blue flame that arcs off of him and strikes you. And you take that amount of damage. And it's another check-in for Kira, Lindsay, Munter, and Wayne. Kira, I assume you're still going to try to do the same thing? All right. I'm going to see if he can do anything.
I just realized we were getting real close to 4.
Hello?
Oh, did we lose Q? And Q freeze?
Oh,
No.
there we go.
No,
Oh, okay.
no. Listen. Video Ninja does not like that, and D&D Beyond. So
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh, is that it?
So it just takes it a minute. Sorry, so that was
Yeah.
only a 12.
Can I help?
You
Can I give Kira the help
No.
action?
No.
All right, then.
This is happening.
Kelloy.
Yeah, you've been in your mind palace. This is taking place in Kira's mind palace.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you can't just go wandering into other people's mind palaces. Max, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
So, like,
Sorry.
I'm having a good time.
Okay.
Crusher
I
doing
step on
damage
another
against
finger.
a much larger opponent. What we're seeing here, folks, is the indomitable will of a fighter, of a conqueror.
Corey, I
Let's
think you
hear
missed your
for
true calling.
The Crusher. Wow.
I think you got a career in this, honestly.
Catch me in the
And
ring.
listen,
Corey and Wayne, honestly.
Wayne
All
took
right.
his jersey off, and he has like he's wearing a suit with like really broad shoulders, like those huge shoulder pads.
Which brings us back to Lord Blackwing.
hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Pal.
Who is going to
Hey, friend.
swing his sword around in a big arc. He kind of swings it over like one shoulder to gather momentum before bringing it back on you, and then almost like too easily is going to reverse that momentum and try to bring it back around.
Try to uppercut me.
Well, that's a lighthouse on the Amherst D20 that I just rolled.
That's a no.
So
That's a no.
it's fine. It's totally fine. Let's see here. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
I'm begging.
so you remember how you were like 41 is more than enough hit points? You remember when you said that?
Yeah.
Will's
I
a
do.
liar.
Please.
We
Oh, no, I
know.
know.
We been
Oh,
know.
no, you know, we knew that. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
all.
I feel like you can't rely on me to tell you if things are going to be okay or not. I'm playing the other
Listen.
side.
Listen, it'll be okay no matter what thematically, because
Oh no.
this is what's better.
Does someone have disguised self? Should we jump in there as Kelly?
Don't do that. I will be fine. I have a thing.
What's this? Kelly's twin sister has hopped in the ring.
Shelly.
Shelly.
We've kind of got an order of operations to these things. I made that face because the first two rolls I made were both 8s on the
Sick.
D8. But
Okay.
we are looking at
Oh no. I thought we were
19
done.
slashing damage to start with.
To start.
I said there's an
Hello?
order of operations to this.
Ouch. I feel like I'm playing Magic.
So there's 19 there. That same it's a smite. We'll just call it what it is.
You
It's a
just
smite.
call it what it is? Yeah, that seems like a
I
good
Just call it
idea.
what it
love
is.
it.
I am not an evil person. I feel offended.
6 radiant damage.
So 25.
25.
I'm at 16.
And dexterity saving throw.
Brother. I literally have a gun.
That's so
Listen.
funny.
Listen, if Kelly loses, Kelly loses. Listen, thematically, this would not be right if you can. And we're fine because that's a 19, so it's gonna be 25.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, it does not do half damage on a successful save, as far as I can tell. So in that case,
I am going to use my reaction
okay.
and again do what I did before. I will use my second and last where is it? I have to check it off.
You guys
I
think
will-
paladins are kind of broken?
So it will be my
Yeah.
second channel divinity to do max damage automatically. So it will be another 18 points of electricity damage. I do
That's cool.
have the Wrath of the Storm reaction one more time, but that time he will get to make a save.
That's on your turn, right?
Yeah, it is. But I'm just saying that I can't do the automatic max damage anymore.
Right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Because he gets another attack.
Yep. That's fine.
He is swinging the sword around to attack you. And as is only right and good with the universe, that was a 1.
Let's go.
Fucking God. Ugh.
It bounced right out of the tray and landed on a 1. So that is everything that he can do on his turn, I believe. Let me just real quick check. Technically, he has a bonus action, but okay. He is going to, right at the end, he hits you with that. He swings that sword. It misses. You like juke to the side to get out of the way, and as you do so, almost as if he predicted that move, he reaches out and he sets one hand briefly on your shoulder. And that blue lightning that crackles over his sword is going to transfer from him over to you. It doesn't hurt you. It is just kind of running over your body. You could make an Arcana check if you want to, but that's that's the visual.
I absolutely want to make an Arcana check. What the fuck you doing, buddy? I have the utmost respect for you, and I'm feeling 18 Arcana.
Oh, okay, all right. That is plenty. I will tell you. This is you don't know it in these terms, obviously. This is a first level spell called Insightful Maneuver. It's one bonus action.
What?
And he has given you vulnerability to one type of damage. So basically what he has done is by covering you in the lightning that he uses, that he wields, he's basically turned you into like a lightning rod. But that's all he can do.
How is this man looking? I ask.
How is he what?
How's this man looking? I
How is
asked
he
mostly
looking?
because
He's not great. Like he is not looking super great. I will say actually as a visual cue, because you made that Arcana check, you can see the mask. The bottom half of his face is exposed, and you can see it starting to crack. You can see cracks starting to form across it.
Okay.
because I'm at 16 points. I cannot survive one more of his hits. So
I mean, if you rolled really badly.
well, the thing is, it's like I don't know if I should hit him with 2 different spells or if I should try to just do my healing word on myself and let the lightning do its damage. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do because I am. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let me roll that. Okay. So it's 13 points of healing back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I'm at
You didn't
29.
get to say that.
And then
You didn't get to say that.
I'm not your enemy, guys.
and then can't believe he's made me a lightning rod. I feel real disrespected. Like I get it, but I'm like, God,
He's really good at this.
he is. That's why he has this job. I get
Yeah.
it. It's just like, dude, I need to talk to that bird. It's not my fault that the bird picked me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what the D10s say.
This is your call lightning, right? Everything okay?
Yeah, it's a 7, a 7, and a 10, so 24 points.
All
Okay.
right.
And he doesn't make the save again.
No, because he failed. He would, if he succeeded, he would get to make it every time until he failed. But he
Okay.
failed.
Interesting. All right.
Cool.
All right. Very cool. So you hit him, 24 points of damage?
24 points of electricity damage.
Okay. All right. You hit him for 24 points of electricity damage. That lightning arcs down, strikes him. And for a moment, the light that is being given off from that as it crackles over his form makes it hard to see what is going on. But then
But then
you see the smoke that his mask is comprised of also again start to writhe. And he opens his mouth just like he did before when he absorbed part of it back into himself to heal. But this time the mask writhes and those cracks grow deeper and then it dissolves.
Okay.
And his eyes look at you, Kelly, standing in front of him.
Sorry, someone's in my yard.
Lord Blackwing. You look into it. He looks at you. You see his eyes, and then you see them glaze over as he falls to his knees. The sword slips out of his hand with a clatter against the glass as the lightning that has been covering it and the blue light dissipates, kind of discharges across the field of the battlefield, creating a very cool visual effect, but the lightning does not hurt you. falls over unconscious.
What?
He was out of lay on hands.
Get wrecked.
What a bum.
Let's fucking go.
I got so stressed out when I bit myself on accident on my cheek.
Mm.
No.
All right. I think for a moment, for a little while, it is quiet. It is very, very quiet. And then you hear a voice cheer. You hear a voice call out in like exultation. Kelly, I think it takes you a second before you realize that it's Carmen. And he cheers, and then he calls out to you, not necessarily trying to start this into a chant or anything like that, probably meaning to make fun of you, but he calls you Lady Violet. And that is adopted by the rest of the crowd, who also all start chanting Lady Violet.
Woo.
Are any of the rest of you doing anything in this moment?
And the champ goes down just like that, Kelly. The Crusher Violet becomes the new heavyweight champion. Everyone, we've got a new lady in the house. Lady Kelly, the Crusher Violet. Jumps down.
Yeah.
Wayne somehow
Runs.
instantly changes
Yeah.
to a ref uniform and then raises Kelly's hand into the sky.
Hell yeah.
Just kinda like,
Yeah, I think Munter runs down, making sure to pick off of Lindsay, and run toward, run toward Kelly. Instinctively tries to pick you up because of used to Max's strength, cannot, and just pats you on the shoulder.
I will also help Lindsay up and then hop down to join the others.
You help Lindsay jump down as well.
Lindsay gonna just come sliding down.
Oh, it's like a bowl.
I don't think so.
It is. It's a bowl.
Lindsay's like trying to climb on your back, like
Yeah.
Poor Lindsay.
Yeah, like Kira helps you up, but he's like, I'm not carrying you. I also don't have a great strength, so I'm not lifting you up like that, bud. I'm so sorry. Just like, just let, all right. And then
It's not that deep.
Down to the bowl.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep, fam.
it's not, Your Honor, it's not that deep.
Your Honor.
Can we count him out to 10?
No, I was gonna.
And then okay, I'm sorry.
I was gonna help him up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna reach down to use one of my my other healing words at a lower level to like just wake him up and get him back on his feet.
Oh, his little bird feet.
I'm gonna need to talk to this man. I want
Baby bird
to
feet.
give him some dignity. I feel some type of way about the fact that he tried to smite me, but I'm still.
He didn't try.
He did.
He
That's
did.
true.
Twice.
He just did,
Did it
yeah.
twice.
He fucking did it.
Yeah.
But I will, I will like reach down to like take his hand and like wake him up with like. Let's see how
I think as you start helping him back to his feet, he's not unconscious. He
Okay.
definitely was like, his vision was swimming. He was not like steady on his feet. He needed to lay down for a minute, for sure. But as you start to help him up, it's clear that while he's maybe not entirely capable of supporting his own weight, while he's definitely not in good shape, he's not unconscious. He's not in any immediate danger.
Okay.
Mm.
And as you do that, he will. As you do that, he For the first time since you have known Lord Blackwing, since you have seen him, there is a little smile across his face. Just like the slightest hint of the corners of his mouth, like tugging up. And he says, I am very much looking forward to a rest.
Kelly's gonna nod at that.
I know why you did this, Kelly Violet. But if there's one thing that I know to be true in this world, it's that sometimes a door that you thought you only had to walk through to get where you were going takes you to where you were truly meant to be. And then he will turn to face the crowd, and in a voice louder than you've ever heard him use before, he says, "People of Stormhold, I give you Lady Kelly Violet, the ghost in the storm."
What?
What
Cool. In character.
Sick as hell.
Yeah, and the assembled people of Stormhold cheer. And I think for a moment, for a little while, you all are absorbed in that. The crowd kind of swallows you all up, especially you, Kelly, but it's only a matter of time before Lord Blackwing manages to get everybody back and lead you out of the bowl, out of the Thunderdome, and towards Blackwing Tower. The rest of you, obviously, welcome to follow. Especially you, Lindsay.
Brother. Why is he so late?
He's part of the entourage now.
He's part of the gang. It's what I said.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
Part of the crew, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Lord Blackwing, once you're away from the rest of the crowd, or away from the people of Stormhold themselves, in the antechamber of Blackwing Tower, where the stairs wind up kind of forever above your heads, though not so forever as they did in the world of the dead. He says, "There is a great deal that will have to be done. Have to alert council, Calderon proper. I get the sense that you are not yet ready to take your spot."
To take it now would leave everyone open and vulnerable to the violence that's coming. So until that is settled, I have work.
Then I can see to the well-being of its people for a bit longer.
Thank you.
Not as Lord Blackwing, but You came here for a reason. And it's waiting for you.
Kelly will nod at that. And deep breath. She'll get her letter. And she will her letters, and she will look at the others and be like, as long as I don't get eaten, I'll be back. Yeah.
Do you want us to go with you? Can we go with you?
I don't know how she would take that.
You don't have to stand alone.
Oh,
That was my
anyway,
choice.
I would like her to like you all. So it probably can't be.
All of us?
I'd like to come along.
Sure, Lindsay.
Aren't
Maybe
you
stay
the
at the-
Ardain boy?
I am, yes. Me and Lady Kelly are old friends.
Well, your dad's a prick.
And it's clear that he's not going to say anything, but he doesn't disagree.
Blackwing's getting it all off his chest now. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh. Ordain.
Dane.
Mans.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, no, I hate your father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm glad
I
that
hear
old
that a
god
lot.
ate his arm. Honestly.
I have so many questions.
No, you don't.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer
No, I
man.
don't.
No, you don't.
I think I just answered them. An old god ate his arm.
I did actually technically write you a letter, Lindsay, but I don't think you got it.
What did it say?
Lindsay, somebody ate your father's arm. Could you come check on him?
This is happening as you're climbing the stairs.
Well, I did. I told
Your
Mirrodin.
Honor, I love him.
I told Mirrodin he's got a younger son with nothing to do because we didn't know if he was if the dust was gonna like make him some kind of like sleeper agent. We were gonna have Lindsay come and like watch him, but I don't think Lindsay ever got the letter, ever got the ask. Because if I remember correctly, Mirrodin was like, "Is he trustworthy?" And I was like, "Nah, he's kind of dumb, but he's not a liar."
Well, if I had
that's
gotten
fair.
your letter, I would have been there.
I am so sure. Like, not even a joke. I'm so sure. So yeah, making
Well.
our way downtown.
You're not. You're making your way to the top of the tower.
Up. We're going up.
You are. You're going up. You're going up as up as you can go, basically. And once you reach the top, you've been here before, though not necessarily in the real world, although it looks much the same, at least up to a point. When you come to that door at the very top, the rookery, Blackwing will take a ring of keys off of his belt and unlock it. Hold it open for you all to pass. And Kelly, as you pass him, he will hold out the ring of keys for you to take.
Oh, I will take them. Although, you'll have to tell me which one lets you into the building. I don't think I'm gonna be kicking you out of where you sleep.
He's got a fob. It's okay.
So the only set of keys
Okay.
will remain until your business is settled.
All right.
But you'll know which key to use next. And yeah, he'll let you into the rookery. He does not follow you past that point, though. From there on, it's your business. Unlike in the Dead World, where you spoke with the Morrigan, this rookery is not full of ravens. In fact, it seems to be empty. It's clear what it was at one point, but there don't seem to be any birds here currently. It looks like it maybe has been some time since there have been any. But as you move through it, I think you notice the biggest inconsistency from the Dead World version of this place, which is a ladder that leads up to the ceiling, past the rafters, and beyond, wherever that may be.
Gonna take the ladder up to the roof.
And it is locked. The when you reach the top of the ladder, there's like a trap door with a lock on it. Though the lock it's not gold, but it's made of some type of metal that shines like gold.
This feels very reminiscent of the dream that Avalon dream quest Avalon made me go on.
A little bit.
Gotta go on the roof. I will look for a key on the ring that matches that metal.
You can feel a charge in a strange way emanating from that lock, and as you reach for the key ring, your fingers, almost like they're magnetized, pull one of the keys towards you. And you feel it settle into your hands. It doesn't really look like a key. It's shaped similarly because it's long on one end and it has two longer pieces branching off partway down. But as you pull it out and you look at it, you realize that the design is of a bird in flight with wings outspread and long tail plumage behind it. There's no teeth of the key, but as you feel that charge and you feel the charge of the lock, you hold it up. It's clear that they respond to each other as the lock opens. So in a way, yeah, he has a fob.
He's got a fob.
He's got a fob. And you can open that and you can push past. The rest of you still following?
I think you'd have to stop. Someone would have to force Lindsay Ardain to stop following.
Absolutely. Yeah, he is just like right behind you.
Truly, for the rest of his life.
Oh, God.
It's okay.
When you emerge, the clouds above you almost feel close enough for you to reach up and touch. You're that high. You haven't been this high since you jumped off the walls of Barrow. Which, interestingly enough, you can see from here. Far off in the distance.
Is my storm still active, even though I'm no longer like concentrating on it? Is it my storm?
That makes sense. Yeah, I think in this moment, I think when you create a storm like that, it always takes a little while to dissipate. So there's still a slow rumble of thunder. The clouds here are darker than they have been. You feel the wind up here pulling at your face, the wind created by your storm front meeting Blackwing's storm front. Feels right. Feels how it's supposed to feel.
All right. So, I've never done this before. I've never even theorized doing this before. But the storm is raging, and I can see Barrow. And Kelly holds on to the key. And she holds on to her letters. And she's going to try to do it in the most literal way. She's going to say their name. She's going to call for their name.
What name?
Tempest.
You feel, when you say that out loud, something tugging at the edge of your mind, and the slow rumble of thunder picks up a little bit in volume and tempo. But I think you know intrinsically that calling once is not enough, even though it feels like it heard you.
Similar to in the dream vision quest with Avalon, Kelly moves closer to the edge of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And she will call out Tempest's name again a little bit louder. And then after a beat a third time, like before, she will scream it. Like in the dream.
And as you scream it into the wind, there is a crack of thunder that sounds like it's right on top of you. Lightning arcs down from the sky. All of you feel the wind start to pick up the way that it does right before a storm hits. But it takes you a second to realize that you feel the wind pick up and then quiet and then pick up and then quiet. Not in the way that a storm does, but accompanied each time by a clap of thunder as from the cloud cover overhead, something enormous bursts through. Looking at it, it almost, your brains almost can't comprehend the size of something like this. You've never seen anything like this before. It is a bird, or at least that's what it appears to be. Its plumage is black, and it bears many, many similarities to the ravens that seem to be native here in Anun. Only this bird is, as previously stated, impossibly large. And that same lightning that you've seen Kelly wield so many times crackles over each of those feathers on its body. You could very easily, all of you could very easily lie down between each one of its talons. And as the wing beats lower it towards you, it lands. The tower shakes for a second as it does so under the sheer weight of it, the sheer mass, whether it's actually how much it weighs or whether it's its power. And it's like looking up at a skyscraper. If it takes any notice of the rest of you, you don't see any indication of it, but it will lean forward and bend down and bring its face right across from where you are standing, Kelly. As you look into eyes that you've seen before, countless times in your dreams and your memories.
Kelly's gonna step a little closer, reach out to put her hand on its head, and she's gonna say, "Hello again. I never got to thank you."
You reach out your hand to brush them against the dark feathers, the black feathers. And the eyes close when you make contact with them. That electricity arcing over onto you, kind of running up and down your body as well. That's sort of transferring back over to Tempest. But it feels familiar, much like this whole experience feels familiar. You remember that feeling as this creature, spirit, whatever it is, bore you aloft and brought you to safety. And how it left something behind with you. How it recognized something inside of you. And chose you. And for a moment, you just stay like that. It's kind of saying everything that it needs to say, just with those feelings. Until well, no. This is convenient.
Who am I stabbing?
It's an interesting question. You were alone when you came up here, all of you. But now, you're not. Someone else is standing on the roof. Someone with long, silvery hair, impossible beauty, similar to the Morrigan,
Told her I
but unmistakably male presenting. You have done well. I'll give you that. Children.
Children.
What else would I call you? What else would I call you other than children when the Dagda is father of all?
Kelly?
Hmm. Hmm.
Can we? Do you know something?
As you're saying that, he holds out a hand and a chain appears in his hand. The other end going around Tempest's neck. That electricity starts to arc along the chain and back over towards the Dagda's hand, surging over his body very differently from the way that it has with you, Kelly, where on you, it's almost like electricity passing through something. On the Dagda, it seems like it's striking him. It seems like it is electrocuting him, but to no effect. And sort of tightens his hand around that chain, twists it once, wrapping the chain around, the length of the chain around, and Tempest takes an unwilling step to the side towards where he is standing. I did have need of this for what's to come, so I thank you for bringing it back.
I've literally, IRL, I've literally no time to deal with this man, but I want to bestow a curse on him.
Do you?
I do. I do want to
Okay.
bestow a curse on this man.
You could try.
Uh,
I assume that's a spell? Yeah, I assume that's a spell you have.
it is a spell I have.
Yeah.
None of these actually are gonna. That has no long-term effect. Although I could additionally, I could cast command. And I can do it on 2 different targets. I could tell him to drop it and Tempest to flee.
Could try.
Bold.
What?
Move.
What is he?
The Dagda.
No, I know, but like,
What type of creature
What?
is he?
yes.
Technically, Fae.
Okay.
You little fey bastard.
Oh, interesting.
Leave my bird alone.
Yeah. Can I think Munter will look at Kelly and will look at Tempest, and I'll just cast protection from evil and good on Tempest.
That's fair.
It doesn't do much, but
yeah, it can't hurt. And I think you know, Kelly, in that moment, that command would not work on him. And your bestow curse, I mean, all of these, anything you try to do is a long shot. But I think you know intrinsically right off the bat that command not going to work.
With the fight and coming up here, 10 minutes?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. All right, cool. Then I'm just going to activate the visage
Mascot.
again. Yep. probably all of it just for fun, but I want to speak to Wayne.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Wayne, do you think you can break the chain?
I could try.
You do have his brother's arm.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Give me the signal.
Kelly,
Mhm.
are you cursing him?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I don't think I need to try to do command on Tempest. I think Tempest has a clear understanding of like going. So
And I
I'm
think it's
going.
around this point I will also say that Tempest starts to cry out with these inhuman bird-like cries that reverberate
It's
with
like
the sounds of thunder and lightning striking.
Yeah, it's like I would rather Tempest be away and unreachable than with this man. So I'm going to try to curse him. So he gets a wisdom save.
Okay.
Okay.
He gets a wisdom save. What are you saying? What is the curse? I need to know that first.
So I think the one that I'm going to, if it succeeds, the curse is going to be, it's the effect that while cursed, the target must take a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action and does nothing.
Okay.
And
What is Kelly saying to enact that curse?
I think what Kelly says is that Kelly tells him, it's like, that's a force of nature, not a tool, and it's most certainly not yours.
Your words are infused with the power the Tempest has given you. They reverberate in the way that magic does in this place. He looks at you. Tagda looks at you. Spends a legendary resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And laughs.
You little bitch.
You couldn't have possibly thought that your feeble magics would work on me. And then Kelly,
Go on.
feel a hand on your shoulder and another voice behind you that says, you know, brother.
What?
She has a point. And you feel the Morrigan's power flood into you.
What? Let's go.
And into that curse that he shook off. And you feel it start to take hold. He freezes in place, his expression looking confused. Like he's not exactly sure what's going on. Kira?
Okay. Now. Wayne, now. This is the moment. I'm going to run forward. If I can touch the chain, if I take damage from it, that's fine. I want to effectively get it as taut as possible so Wayne can strike it and break the chain so that Tempest can be free.
All right. And that is a good stuff reveal, or a redeem in the chat as well.
Thank you, Electrium.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right, so many things are happening here. Kira, you run forward, you grab the chain. I think immediately you feel that lightning surge over your body. You can't hold it without hurting yourself.
Okay, even with my astral arms.
Yeah,
that's fine. Fucking let's go.
Okay. All right. You're doing it anyway?
Yeah, doing it anyway.
Okay. All right, fantastic. You are gonna hold on to it, but you are going to take one. You're gonna take 1 point of
Hell yeah.
bludgeoning damage.
Hey, that's
Nice.
Oh, hey, easy there. Easy
this
there,
this
buddy.
round.
There.
We'll chalk that up to the effect of the astral arms as you grab a hold of it. Those arms are not entirely physical, so you still feel it strike you. It's more like it's burning your soul than it is burning your flesh. But for now, just the one. Wayne, though, you're trying to break this.
Can I do things, DM? You ready
What do you
for
want to
me?
do? What do you want to do?
All right. As a bonus action, I want to cast. So Wayne similarly is just sprints to action the moment that. So I feel like almost Kira and Wayne are like in sync with each other, like step by step, and like almost instantaneously the moment that he pulls that taut, Wayne's already cutting through. But with the bonus action, I would like to cast Spirit Shroud. Spirit Shroud, what it lets you do is you're usually surrounded by the forces of like spirits or whatever. But in my mind, as Wayne swings through, the visage of Nuwata himself raptures Wayne. And he hits it for the first time. Do you want me to roll for it, DM? I'll roll for it if you want.
I do need you to roll for it.
All right.
That's fucking
my
rad.
attacks are plus 10, so that's a 23. Do I hit it?
With a 23, yeah, you hit it.
All right, cool. So I'm going to third level divine smite this thing, which ends up being 1d10 plus 6. So that's starting out with 9 damage just for the hit itself. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a third level smite. Third level smite with divine shroud comes out to 5d8. So I'm going to go ahead and roll 5d8. Well, that's a lot. So that's 18. And then can I hit it again, DM?
You can.
All right, cool. I'm going to hit it again. Oh, no. So at that roll is a 12, but I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to add plus 10 to that. So again, it's almost like Nuwata's guiding hand. So I imagine it like Wayne hits the exact right spot between the links and then pulls back and goes to hit it again, and he's going to be like 2 inches off, and Nuwata's hand just kind of pushes it so it hits the exact right spot.
And I think as that happens,
That's rad.
I think as that happens, you all see that sort of ghostly superimposed image of Nuwata, and you hear that similar ghostly voice call out, "Family."
What was it? Till death? What was it?
Family
till you
we
die.
Yeah.
Family until we die.
But he
We
it doesn't say that part. It just says the family.
All right, so let's go ahead and
That's
all
what
right,
we need to
we
get.
kept everything. So it's originally it was 9 points of damage plus 18, plus another 15 points of damage, and then plus another 26 points of damage.
All right.
Holy fuck,
That is
hell
truly an
Blizzarding
insane
down.
amount of
And it's,
damage.
in my mind, it's like it's somewhat. I imagine it's somewhat like supposed to be like slashing, but I imagine like at each point with Nuwata's guiding hand that it's just like explosions of ice. So the first time it hits it, the chain itself like freezes over and begins to crack, and then the second time the cracks explode outward. Maybe not. Whatever the DM wants. Whatever Daddy
Yeah, I know. I
wants.
think that makes absolute sense. I think that makes absolute sense. And in that moment, the chain breaks. And Tempest immediately the chain around its neck and the links that remain to the point where you broke it turn into falling autumn leaves. and Tempest flaps its wings once, twice, and takes off back into the sky. Wayne, the chain is broken under your strikes. And Kira, similarly, it dissolves in your hands back into leaves as well, the way that you yourself
Too close
did
to home. Yeah.
Mhm.
at one point. A little too familiar.
Yeah.
A little too familiar.
House.
What's up?
What?
I tell him it's like
I guess we gotta go.
I was gonna say
There's a
You're not-
lot happening all at once. The Morgan is you have this sense of her presence behind you, Kelly, but she's not physically there.
right.
The rest of you, I think, heard her voice, but when you look over at Kelly, it's just Kelly standing alone. But the Dagda is still standing there. And he still has that expression on his face, that confusion, that sort of fog. And you're not sure exactly what goes through his head in that moment, because the expression, it's like he's glitching almost.
This isn't your city and you're not welcome here.
But finally, he manages to he manages enough clarity to screw his eyebrows together and turn those inhuman cat-like eyes on all of you, and in particular on the most obvious of you, the closest of you, Wayne.
Oh.
He says, I will not go home. But you will.
Oh no.
The tower drops out from under Wayne. An entire section of it as he begins to fall. None of you are very close except for Kira.
I mean, I'm gonna try to reach for him. Obviously.
All right, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. What'd you do?
How many inspiration? do you
3.
have?
We got 3.
What'd you get?
I got enough to. I'm gonna take an inspiration. I'm gonna
Okay,
use one.
all right.
Wait, no, I
Do
have
it.
free inspiration. Fuck you.
Do it.
Free one. I'm gonna use it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
right. Yeah, I did give you one, didn't I?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So this is 22.
It's much
Okay,
better.
much better.
Sorry, the
much
first one I
better.
rolled a 2, which gave me a 9. So no.
You throw your hand. You throw your hand out, Kira, and you dive for the edge where it's dropped out under Wayne's feet. None of this makes sense to any of you,
Mhm.
like geometrically. Like the tower's there, but also it's not there. You don't know where Wayne is falling into, what Wayne is falling into. It doesn't make sense that Wayne would even be falling, but it is what appears to be happening. Kira, as you get close, you see that the tower is still intact, but it's almost mirrored under where Wayne is threatening to fall. You see a sort of a duplicate on the other side, like looking through a pool of water. And you throw out one hand, and you grab Nawada's silver arm. You're holding on to Wayne, but you still feel this inexorable, impossible force pulling him away from you.
Hey, stay here.
Imagine
leave.
the force of like what is it, like the Spartan grip, so we've got each other by the forearms, and I imagine like the force of Wayne just trying to hold on is almost beginning to like crush your, what is it, your radius and your whatever it is, starting to crush your forearm. You feel your bones cracking as Wayne is just being ripped out, and it feels like holding on to you while being pulled downward. Feels as though he's going to get ripped right at the center and just torn in half.
And Wayne, one thing becomes clear to you in that moment. Kira's not going to let go. And if that happens, you both fall.
I
But
see. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I think you feel Ergetlum, Nawada Silver hand opening up to you in a way that it hasn't until now. Probably in the same way that it did to Nawada when he gave it to you. You can give it to Kira.
Wayne looks up at Kira and looks down into what's below him, the uncertain, and says, "Hold on to this for me. I'll be back for it." And then I think in that moment, like the arm itself detaches from Wayne and the rest of him falls, but what's left is the arm and the visage that is Nuada. As though it's like he will always be connected to that arm, and now Wayne is no longer. Emotional damage.
Kira, the silver surges up your arm, re-knitting the bones where they were starting to crack, the flesh where it was starting to tear, until from the elbow down, you find yourself with Nuada and then Wayne's silver arm. And as Wayne falls,
yeah.
Would you?
I said I think there's just a scream, anguish, hurt. Like it started to say Wayne, but it just kind of came out in an ah. Sorry.
You watch Wayne fall, and you watch that mirrored image start to open up as he tumbles. Your eyes meet. I would ask, what is the last thing Kira sees on your face, Wayne?
I think Wayne sees in his own mind the image that he was given by his brother of Kira turning to Wayne and that sadness but acceptance, and that is what he expresses, realizing in that moment that it wasn't Kira that was looking at him that way, but he was always destined to look at Kira that way. And he hits what would be the mirror and falls through it like it's water, and it ripples outward. But then the moment that Wayne passes through it, it goes back to that perfect sheen. And he's
And
gone.
Kira, what's the last thing that Wayne sees?
Anguish, certainly. Reaching out, a plea. The silver arm, obviously. Reaching out, that connection that they now share. The link to him, to Anun, to the struggle. And I think as he's falling back, the arm is ever reaching out for him, but grows distant. But Kira is watching him fall the entire time, never looks away.
When Wayne hits the water, you see something beyond just for a split second. Something unlike anything you've ever seen before. You've seen buildings. You've seen towers. You're standing on one right now. You've seen cities. Or at least you thought you had. But on the other side, you glimpse something else entirely. A land of rivers and roads, machines, shining buildings larger than anything you've ever seen before that sparkle in the sunlight. An incredibly blue sky, an incredibly bright sun. And then it's gone. And so is Wayne. And that's where we're going to end this episode of Class Reunion.
I'm not usually at the center of the emotional damage.
You've done this? You've done this to us?
You've done this to us. It kind of makes it hurt all the more, if you ask me.
What the fuck is right?
What the fuck? All right. Did the thing. Here we are. Dear Lord. I don't know how we transition from that moment. Maybe I'll stop the sad music and that'll help a little bit.
I can't.
You can't blame me for this one.
I can't.
And on that note,
I
I think I would probably turn it over to Corey very briefly before we get into our outros.
Thank you all very much for watching the episode tonight. We've hit a lot of different highs and lows. Ended on a low, but that just means next time you tune back in, we'll be hitting that high. And we want to thank everybody so much for watching. If you do have the availability, if it is something that you can do, make sure to smash that like button, hit that bell. If you want to sub with Bezos's money, that'd be really nice. But you don't have to. Whatever that you could do to support us, because we always
It's not what we
take
talked
this
about.
to support.
He's going off script. Somebody mute him.
everything else that we could do. No, but
Get it
really,
off
thank
the
you
air.
again. Thank you again for watching us tonight or today. It's been again highs and lows, but we're gonna go ahead and talk our way out of here. Starting up with our close friend Lindsay Ardane and or JD.
I can't do an outro under these conditions. Hi, I'm JD. Today I've been Lindsay. Find me on socials at JD, not Jason Dean, and that is all I'm gonna say. Yeah, too much emotional damage. Thanks, Corey.
It's extremely fair.
Thank you, JD, for those poignant words. Next thing we'll go ahead and do is move on to our close friend, playing possibly 3 different characters tonight, Max, Hunter, and Munter. Raf, what can we expect from you in the future?
What's up? It's me, Munter. That I think might be a great like tramp stamp tattoo. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Munter?
Munter. Munter. I don't know. That's where if it was a tattoo, I feel like that's what I envisioned it. I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to bounce back here. Okay, what's good? What's new? Next Saturday? Question mark? Okay, thank you, JD. Next Saturday you can catch me here again, playing a different emotional game, but instead of sad, god damn it, it's gonna be romantic and everything's great and perfect and wonderful, and I'm super excited. It is it's our Regency Monster Hearts game that is run by JD. Everything's cool. My character Carmen is doing great. It's great. I don't know what you're talking about, babe. I don't know. What do you mean? Everything's good. I got 4 hands and I'm ready to hold yours and Nix's and just, anyone else who might be interested.
No, he does have 4 hands. He does have 4 hands.
You should watch the VOD.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think if I ignore it, if I just don't watch it, then I think everything will be okay. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
You're missing out. It's on you.
Pretending
Other
that
than
everything
that-
is okay has really worked out for Carmen so far.
It really has, actually, though. Yeah, everything's good. Other than that, yeah, I'll be here. I'll be back here playing Munter, and Lindsay's new best friend. So that's it.
Thanks so much, Raf. Looking forward to all the games that you'll be in very soon. Everybody make sure to tune in. Next one, we're going to go ahead and hop on over to our current world heavyweight champion, Lord Kelly the Crusher Violet, played by our friend Julia. Julia, what's
Hi.
going on in your life?
What is going on indeed? Well, every other Saturday I'm here as Kelly. Every other Sunday I'm here as Lyra Kroll, and every other Thursday I'm here as Lavinia Hale. Kelly's just really gonna miss Wayne. That's really all I've got.
I understand. You know how you feel. I'm gonna interject real quick before we move on, and I'm just gonna put it out there that this is gonna be Corey's last episode of Class Reunion for the foreseeable future. Scheduling stuff is hard. Things happen. Things come up. But before Corey says anything about X videos or anything like that, I just wanted to jump in real quick and say that reiterate what I've already said to everybody, but especially to Corey, which is that this game would not be this game if Corey had not come on board at the beginning, and I didn't know Corey at all when this game started. But it's been such a joy and such a pleasure getting to know you, and to for all of us to become friends, but especially have you as a friend. And this would be a very, very different game if it was not for you and everything that you brought to this with Wayne. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, Corey, you can tell everybody where your big announcements are going to be, which social media platforms.
I can't. I'm the poop fart guy. I can't be the emotional guy.
No, talk about
hold
X
on.
videos.
I'll be right back.
It's a good bit. This is a good bit. I'm just gonna leave it on. I'm just gonna leave it on Corey's screen, I guess, for a while. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's right.
We had to.
You had to do it to him.
What the people need.
Had to do it to
Had
him.
to get emotional support, Juniper.
100%.
It's been a blast. I don't know where I'll be in the future. I'll be in your hearts. I'll be in your minds. Catch me later tonight. I'm dropping a big reveal. Catch me on Instagram Live, and also on Twitter, which is now X. So between the two of them, catch me on live cams and X videos. Hey, look at Juniper. Say all of the emotions aren't so bad when you get to look at Juniper. Wow. Wow, Juniper, she does. Wow. That's enough for me. Enough for old Pookie. I've been Wayne. I've been Wayne for a long time now. Maybe again in the future at some point.
Who knows what the future might hold?
Tune in. Hit that bell. And that's enough from me. Let's go ahead and move on to our number one daddy mommy DM. What are we looking at for you in the future? Will, what are you thinking?
Hi, hey, hello. Hi, my name is Will. I ran this game. You can't be mad at me for this one. Okay? It had to happen, and it was good. It was a good send off. And yeah, who knows? Maybe, in this game of worlds, parallel worlds, and Anoon and Earth and Ohio, Stormholds, no doors ever truly closed. So who knows what the future may hold. But tonight I was everybody else. I will continue to be everybody else in the future. I don't have that much I have to talk about. Next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, is going to be Nephilim Tenebris, our near future sci-fi game. And then Wednesday, I think we're going to be, schedules permitting, we're going to be recording the finale of Season 2 of Cryptic Community College, our Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Season 1 is out there. If you want to listen to it, don't give me dolls. It's right there. I can see it. I don't need more of them.
Think about what you've done.
I do have some cool projects coming up in the future, especially next month, especially starting in May. May is going to be a big month for new stuff happening, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. Other than that, that's it for me next week. I will, that'll be it for me, but before I turn it over to our guest star, Q, I also have to say that this is also going to be Q's last episode as a guest star on Class Reunion. Because Q is joining the cast officially full time. I gotcha. Fell for it. You dummies.
Your ass.
You take it away.
Hi, I'm Q. You can find me on the internet pretty much everywhere at Midnight Inc. That's Midnight_INQ. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. So you'll be able to see me here on Saturdays for Class Reunion. I will be on RPGs Uncovered tomorrow. Playing the Starcrier Conflict, which is a Lancer game. We're having a time. Let's see, Monday, I'm supposed to be playing some Magic the Gathering. So check out that. I love magic. It's my other passion, my other hyperfixation. It's fine. And then I'll be here for Tuesday with Nephilim. And we just did Redacted, so nothing on that. Okay, cool. It's a low effort week this week, which we love. We do enjoy. Anyway, that's it for you, boy. Mwah. I'm glad to be here. Also, Kira's going to be a mess for a little while. It's fine. It's fine.
Tune in.
We need like
Tune in,
a
check it out.
messy up.
We could have a messy
Messy brunch.
This
We need a
game
messy
might need a
brunch.
therapy episode now.
Yo. Can
yeah,
Lindsay be our
we might do that.
therapist?
Yeah, Lindsay can be your therapist.
Lindsay is very qualified. Lindsay is in a very good place mentally, emotionally.
I mean, monetarily.
Lindsay's
Yeah, and fiscally. Yeah.
Lindsay's honestly probably the best out of all of us right now.
Oh, no,
Like,
I mean, there's no debate on that. That is 110%
Yeah.
true.
Like, he's just Lindsay's just here as like National Geographic. He's
100%.
just like,
Which marks the first time in his life that Lindsay has ever met anyone's expectations for him. So, got that going for you.
Yikes. Yikes.
Like we said, this character is JD coded. Daddy issues.
No, don't do that. Don't turn that into something real. Stop. I was talking about Lindsay. I was being mean to Lindsay.
I know you were. I know.
Okay. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. I need a nap. I don't know about anybody else. But
It's 10 p.m.
I have to go to a birthday party.
yeah, I know. I have to do things too.
Yeah.
Also,
I have
I
another
forgot to say it.
stream.
I forgot to talk about it before. A new episode of Academy H probably tomorrow. I'm basically just going to be editing for the rest of the night. What else? Yeah, there's social media links in the chat. If you're not already following us on things and you want to know about what we have going on, you can do those. There's also a Discord community, which is a great place full of great people, and we would love to have you be a part of it. If you can join that and scream at me about the things that have taken place if you want to. But for now, we are going to disappear and we are going to raid Lost Caravan RPG. They are streaming Gravekeepers Fallout game. So we're going to hop over there, say hi, be friendly, all that good stuff. But for all of us here at Live from the Apocalypse and Class Reunion, say goodnight, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody.
Good night.